Alrighty, this is pre-show, brought to you by Good Vibes.
Pre-show.
Yes, a little show of the
Pre-show. Episode, what is this? 93?
93.
93 was a good year. My audio is going to suck on my car. So
Okay.
it's okay.
So I guess I'm going to have to rock a solo right here, and you're just going to have to chime in with... I'm just going to bring up some things that we don't normally talk about. Oh, man. Dude, did you see the fight of the... I guess we all did. The fight that happened between former football player... oh, God, what was his name? Airlines all mixed up. United Airlines, the ticket guy taking tickets, and... I don't know where the full video is, but it shows former ex-Denver Broncos cornerback Brandon Langley, who is 27 years old. Well, from the video that I saw, the ticket counter guy throws a left, or I think a right. Yeah, no, he throws a left slap to the face, and the ex-NFL player comes back and socks him in the face and throws him over the ticket counter in an altercation. And I'm hearing that it was Brendan Langley who first assaulted the ticket counter taker. But nonetheless, this is a classic example of what not to do in self-defense, because where the ticket counter guy messed up was that he had his hands down. Like, if you're going to throw the punch, then you need to go ahead and start protecting the face. He didn't do that in this instance, which gave Brendan Langley just easy shots to go after. And I feel like a lot of people mess up in those confrontations by dropping their guard. So always remember, have your guard up, protect yourself at all times, and you will not experience the beatdown that Brendan had. And he also wasn't moving either. He just stayed in the same place, and he took those punches like an idiot, like really big dummy. Like, no, you don't do that, man. You got to start moving around. You got to start bobbing and weaving, you know? You got to get out of the way. Speaking of bobbing and weaving, Canelo Alvarez and Triple G, they will be going for a trilogy fight. And then after that, that's when Dimitri Bivol and Canelo will go at it. But hold on a second. I think I'm getting a call right now from Troy. Oh, okay. Sorry, hold on. Troy's in the waiting room. All right. Troy's in. Troy's in like Flynn. Sorry about that, Troy.
No, I'm good. What's up?
Not much. What's up with you?
Chilling.
Yeah? That's good.
Yeah.
I've just been talking about random crap. Did you see that fight between Brandon Langley and that United Airlines ticket counter guy?
Is that Brandon Langley? Is that the one where he was like, you want more? You want more?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and I was just telling the audience that where the ticket counter guy messed up was that he dropped his guard. You know, at no point did he ever defend himself. Like, he never put his dukes up, which is dumb.
Well, where he messed up is he threw the first punch. Well,
so that's what they're saying, is that there's another video with Brandon Langley throwing the first punch. But hey, who knows? I mean, what you see is what you see. I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah. That's what's on. And albeit even if the ticket counter guy was punched first, or was punched first and we didn't see it, he still shouldn't have thrown that shot, you know? Like, yeah. You don't strike somebody in the face. No, you subdue somebody and you get the police, which I don't understand how that didn't happen.
Right.
Nonetheless, interesting, good viral videos on this nice Monday morning. On this Monday evening, it's about 62 degrees outside. It's a little chilly, a little odd for a May evening, but we'll take it. How was your weekend, Troy?
I was all right, I guess. Nothing really extravagant to report. Other than the fact that I met Keith Lee of AEW Friday night at a Plano East Black and Gold game.
Oh, very cool. And did he say hi to you?
Yes, he did.
Hey, did you know that the Red Power Ranger lives in McKinney?
Yeah, the Austin St. James.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him personally as well.
Oh, shoot. Well, unfortunately, he was in the news.
What'd he do?
Okay, are you serious? You haven't been keeping up?
No, I haven't seen.
Bro, he got taken in by the feds.
For what?
Bro, he did a big scam. He did a big scam for PPP loans.
What?
Bro, look at this. Look, Red Power Ranger actor accused in North Texas PPP scheme.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy because one of my buddies knows another guy that was in that whole scheme. And yeah, man, he's most likely going to be, yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I knew him from, yeah, that's him. That's Austin St. James. I knew him from, he does the Comic-Con stuff, and he was big at our comic shop.
Yeah.
So, but that's nuts.
Yeah, he's going to be, hopefully he can morph out of jail, man. That sucks. But yeah, he...
well, he's accused. I mean, that doesn't mean he did it.
Bro, when the feds come at you like that, it's...
Nah, come on now. The feds have made mistakes.
Oh, okay, brother.
Especially with actors.
Mm.
Especially with actors. I mean,
Dude, there's
I'm
like
not
8...
defending him if he did it.
Yeah.
But innocent until proven guilty, you know,
Yeah.
when...
Okay,
when it comes
I'll give
out,
you that.
When it comes out and said he was being convicted, then we can throw the book at him and say, but I mean, innocent until proven guilty. And I'm not saying he didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he has the right. But and the reason I respect him is because he's done overseas deployments with DOD. So
Yeah.
Department of Defense. So I've got a lot of respect for him. Kind of story with him. He did a show, an appearance at our store, and this was when I was still drinking. There was a bar next door to, there still is a bar next door to the store, but I was over there drinking, and he came over there and sat next to me, and we sat there and talked for like 3-4 hours, just exchanging war stories, and we cried together. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of respect for the guy, and if he did it, you know, it maybe it was a mistake, or you know, whatever the reason it is, you know, like, I mean, let's be honest, the guy has, you know, milked this Power Ranger shit as much as he possibly can. You know, he probably needs some fucking cash.
Yep. No, hey, I know. That's why, you know, I never kick a man while he is down or up. Although a lot of people, that's when folks, you know, come at you, is when you are living that high life, and they come at you with an opportunity to make more money, and they're conned into like, hey, you know, oh, it's easy money. You just ask for this loan. You don't have to give it back. It's totally legal. It's free money. And then you know, all of a sudden, you know, you find yourself deep in it, you know, and that's unfortunate. So nonetheless, well, anyhow, I don't know how we got on the subject of Red Power Ranger, but.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, we got on it because you brought it up, and,
okay.
And it's an interesting thing. But so it could be a thing where when he was brought in, he thought it was legit, and you know, actors are brought in all the time to things they think legit that are legit that turn out to be shitty.
Yeah,
so,
i.e. Bitcoin. Dude, so many actors got in on Bitcoin, and now everybody's yelling at him like, hey, why are you being silent? I lost all my money.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But you know, be
I
that
thought
as it,
I thought Bitcoin was doing good.
no, dude, it's tanking. All of this crypto and NFTs is starting to crash.
Yeah,
Like,
NFTs are just literally like
some,
photos, right?
yeah, someone described it to me as a park bench with your name on it. It's only your bench with your name on it for so long, and then somebody else can buy it, and that's even if they want to buy it. You know. So
Yeah.
I think all that stuff is going to come crashing down, and it's a shame because it's a big Ponzi scheme, and a lot of these actors, I'm talking like high profile actors, got in on the game as well. So yeah, the day of
Yeah,
reckoning is coming for them.
while the boys aren't on here, we'll talk about something that I want to talk about, and they might not want to talk about, but this Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial,
Yeah,
man, it is just a fucking circus.
yeah. Did you Aquaman? Did you see Aquaman?
Was that really
That was real.
That was real? That looks like it was dubbed in.
No, bro, that was real. That happened.
So he said this looks like her duty.
Yes.
So she shit in the pool at Aquaman too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, it this is making a mockery of our judicial system.
I thought that was a joke. I thought that they
No, bro. They told him, hey, you need to be serious.
Wow.
Insane, huh?
Wow. Well, he's definitely Team Johnny.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah. And they were talking about how she threw a bottle at him and severed his finger. Like, my God.
Johnny, yeah.
Mike, how are you dating somebody so toxic? But
Yeah.
But
what gets me is when they're talking, they got the recording of him saying even even a boxer that boxes for 12 rounds gets a minute between rounds to rest. And she's like, I'm giving you a minute. You're being a baby. You got to rest before this all started. And I'm like, that just shows that you're crazy, lady.
Wait a minute.
You're like,
say that again?
There's this whole recording where she's getting mad at Johnny for leaving the argument, and he's saying that even a boxer that boxes 12 rounds gets a minute's rest between rounds, stating that this bitch is like nonstop abusing him, like nonstop verbal and physical abuse, and he's trying to get away from her from a break from that.
Yeah.
And
dude, I've been there before, man. I've been there before. And it's just like, golly, it will drive a man insane if the woman just keeps going, that it's insane because there's only so much talk and arguing that a guy can do until he literally is like, okay, I give up, and it's still not enough. And then you just go crazy.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, man, crazy stuff. Hey, did two of the WWE tag team champion ladies have to give up their belts because they didn't want to wrestle or something?
Yes. Give me a second. I'll tell you the whole story.
Okay. And in the meantime, I'm going to be talking about.
Well, I'm back. I just needed to clear my throat. Okay. So yes, Sasha Banks and Naomi. It was last Monday night, I guess tonight really hasn't happened, but last Monday night they were slated to be in a 6-pack challenge to fight for the number 1 contender for the women's championship. Apparently they didn't like that, so they went into the creative development office and laid their championship belts on the table and said, you know, fuck this, we're out. And so it caught everybody by surprise. Everybody thought this was a bit. Apparently it's not a bit. Naomi was actually slated to win the match, making her the new #1 contender. But since they both walked out Friday night, WWE puts their foot in their mouth and suspends them indefinitely, takes them off live events, strips them of the titles. And so it looks like basically what WWE has done is open the door for them to leave, because there were certain ways that the WWE could have done this and kept them there under contract, but since they suspended them indefinitely in their contract, they can go look for other.
You think they will?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think Sasha Banks is on her way to AEW. Naomi,
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, Naomi's married to Jimmy Uso of the Usos, so I don't know how that will work. But yeah, I think Sasha's been unhappy for a while.
Mm-hmm.
This is not new. Now, a lot of people saying Sasha's acting like a baby, this, that, and the other, and you know, I don't really know. WWE's fucking stagnant. Like, I don't know where all these
for real, man.
WWE is great and this, that, and the other. It's fucking stagnant, and they're saying AEW sucks. How does AEW suck when they're taking raw talent and using it the best way they can, and they're giving you fucking quality matches during regular TV shows?
Yep. No, I agree, bro. Hey, all I'm hearing is AEW.
Yeah, they're giving you championship matches during televised shows, not just pay-per-view, but televised shows, not just storylines. They're giving you championship matches. So
yeah, and they have a bunch of luchadors on their shit too, so they're doing a crossover. Like,
damn it!
What?
Of course, you are talking wrestling.
Okay, we were talking about female wrestlers.
We actually just started because Jorge asked about the Naomi and Sasha Banks.
Okay.
That was it. That was the only thing I wasn't.
I've actually heard from some listeners that they actually do enjoy the wrestling talk because they are wrestling fans. So.
Okay,
yes,
good.
I will allow it.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll do another minute too. But is Ray Phoenix back yet?
Not yet.
Okay, dude. I saw. Was Pentagon on there, or was he doing AAA? Is he doing AAA too?
Well, yeah, the AAA. I mean, AEW's got their hands on AAA as well.
Oh, so it's a AAA. It's a combo thing.
Well, AEW owns so many different, or has their hands in so many different federations right now.
Really?
Like, you have so many different titles that show up on AEW that aren't even AEW titles. Like fucking Samoa Joe has the Ring of Honor title.
Whoa. Is that too many titles?
Not if you're representing a whole nother federation and they're just giving TV time to it to make it more popular, because I mean, Tony Khan is trying to up all his brands.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Tony Khan also allows his guys to wrestle independently, not like WWE keeps them in exclusive contracts. So they can go wrestle in these other federations. John Moxley, one of my favorite guys, wrestles in different, I call them federations, call them what you want to call them, but different wrestling entities.
So yeah, it's insane because it sounds like we're going in reverse of wrestling whenever, you had different federations in different parts of the country. Is that right?
Oh yeah, you had territories back in the day.
Yeah, territories.
Vince McMahon killed that. Vince McMahon is the capitalist of wrestling. He's the rich guy who bought everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's a George Steinbrenner.
Yeah, he bought. That's what they did. That's what WWE did back in the day, and he bought all the different territories.
Right.
AEW is based out of Florida because Florida is still an independent territory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
man. I really admire. I always like a game changer like AEW. The only other one that I can think of before AEW was what, TNA, and before TNA was WCW, and that was it.
no. What are you talking about? Old school wrestling?
No, I'm just talking about uh, people breaking into the business, entry to market, right? I'm talking about, okay, so you got AEW, but before AEW, wasn't there TNA wrestling that was really good?
There's still TNA. It never was really good. I mean, there's Evolve. There's tons, bro.
Yeah,
They're
but
just
the last one that did it was WCW,
did what?
that gave WWE a run for their money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. AEW is the second coming of what WCW tried to do, but problem was is WCW didn't have the backing and they got bought out, and Vince owns all that now.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say that as a Latino, Hispanic, whatever you want to call me, I really love how the luchadors wrestling is kind of put on spotlight. I think it's really, really cool. I think there's a lot of just good that can come about that. Like, I wish there was more of that, crossovers. And I think it's cool that Kalia Mayer, there he is. We've been trying to get a hold of you.
Oh, sorry. Hey guys.
Oh, is he back on?
He is back on.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, yeah, dude, I just texted your girl because we thought you died or something.
Alicia Bumgardner.
That
That's
makes
who she
no
can find.
sense.
Alicia
Well, we
Bumgardner.
thought you were here and then you were gone, and like your voice, we tried to call you and it went straight to voicemail.
Yeah, because my phone's dead.
So you killed your phone?
Killed my phone, bro.
There's a lot of killing going on, and we need to stop that.
That's
I mean, we can't have a show without the producer, bro.
right.
Exactly.
In the name of. How's that pre-show going?
It's going great.
It's going great. We've actually talked about things that you probably told us not to.
despise. Yeah.
I'm sure of it, and that's fine. We can get some of that in. That's a cool. What you guys covered? I'm sure
we covered
wrestling,
boxing, UFC.
Johnny Depp.
Oh
Johnny
God, Jesus! the gambit. Let's go ahead and get in some game boarding in.
Yeah.
Okay. You mean board gaming?
Board gaming.
There is a new board game that I want to talk about this week.
All right.
What is wow! This? Really?
You want to go ahead and do it? All right.
So, go ahead. We'll get it in, and then we'll start the show.
Okay. Do I need to get a quote?
So, Jorge, will you look up something for me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sheriff of Nottingham, second edition.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah, so Geeks Corner. We're gonna have a special edition of Geeks Corner. Got a new game.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Got a new game for you this week. It is called Sheriff of Nottingham. It is a group style game. You play as there's two different styles of gameplay. On one hand you play
do you get to be Robin Hood? Damn it, that's what I want to know.
No, you get to be somebody, what are they called that are trying to sell goods at a market? You get to be one of those
bootleggers.
Kind of, not really, but you're trying to get in to the kingdom with your goods, right? You have to get through the sheriff of Nottingham, right? And
like smuggling stuff.
Yeah, well, you're declaring good stuff, but you're also trying to smuggle bad stuff in too. And the way it works is you have cards, and there's chickens, apples, bread, and cheese, and that's all the legal goods that you can bring through the gates. But then there's like silk and mead and other things that are contraband, right? And so each round, one player plays the sheriff, and everybody gets at least 2 turns playing the sheriff, but one player plays the sheriff for that turn, and he decides what bags get through. And basically, you're putting cards in a bag, and then you're declaring to the sheriff what's in that bag. Now, you could be lying, right? And the sheriff then decides whether or not he wants to look in that bag or not. And if you're lying, you can, even if you're not lying, you can persuade him and bribe him, give him money, give him goods, promise him the next time you're the sheriff, you won't look in his bag or whatever. And
fuck that, that's cheating, bro.
Well, that's part of the game. And
fuck that.
So if he decides to check your bag and he opens it up and it's all good, you didn't lie, he pays you a penalty cost for every item that came through, and there's a penalty cost on the card per item. But if you lie,
boring, no offense.
If you
don't have to go through the whole thing, just kind of highlight it.
I am.
You're not highlighting it, bro. You're going through, like, you're explaining, like, we're about to roll, like, we're about to play. You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm sorry. I kind of nodded off. Damn it. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm looking for a code.
Like if I was to be like, hey, let me tell you about this game called basketball. And then I literally started explaining everything about basketball to you, like the rules and how you play.
I was just explaining the basics of the game. That's just the basic. That's not even the whole.
How many dice does it have?
It doesn't have any dice.
No, it's card game. Card game.
Oh,
card
okay.
game.
How many?
Dang. You're trying to get the most.
It's like basically bullshit.
Are you making up the rules as you're going?
You're trying to bluff. You're trying to bullshit. You're trying to get.
No.
Oh wow! Look at these toys. Yeah, man. I always wanted to buy these games, but I didn't really understand the rules. I would get it and I'd be like, okay, everybody gets the coin.
Because it takes smart people to play these fucking games. You fucking dumb fucks who don't want to put anything into the game.
That's why
let's play Monopoly. Let's play.
Even that was hard. Fuck, I didn't understand how the houses work.
They all kind of look the same, man. All these gamers, huh?
Well, no, dude. Like, what are the ones with the dices that are all weird and shit, and then you throw it on there?
Well, that's role playing. That's different. There's role playing games.
Yeah.
Okay, but on that one,
what Troy likes to play is it's almost like it's like in between RPGs, role playing games. It's board games, card games. He likes the ones that kind of incorporate all of it.
Okay.
So that way it's not too much of one thing or too much of another thing. Because playing those games, those role-playing games, it takes a lot of work before you even actually start to play the game. You have to come up with a character, you have to come up with its attributes, you have to come up with his story, backstory, all this stuff. And then the person that's like running the game has to come up with the whole world that they're gonna play this game in, and it's all
that's
written
RPG.
Down. That's RPG. So it's all written down. There's all kinds of like unwritten rules, and there's all kinds of like one thing leads to another thing leads to another leads to another thing.
That just sounds
that's the whole thing.
That just sounds like people would get pissed off at the very end, like someone would.
It's almost like fantasy football in a way, but if you had to create I guess like write what happens in a season down instead of watching it play out in a real football game.
And how long does a game take?
It could take. I mean, campaigns could take what, weeks?
Oh no, absolutely not. I am not doing that.
Because like they do it like you do it
about 3 hours.
Okay,
but it's like, see, that's like it's just like a TV show basically, right? And so every week they get together and they play an episode.
Okay.
Of the season.
All right. Well, Troy, so you're bringing this game on Sunday?
Hell no.
Okay.
That's actually, I will bring it. It'll be in my car.
Please don't bring it.
But it's actually a really good party game. It's fun.
Well, like the kind of party games we're thinking of is like, cornhole and darts and like, what else we got? We got some of those games.
Because you're hating.
It's just like
because Bustos doesn't like it, it's not allowed.
I just think that at a party situation, you should never bust out a board game at a party. You know what I mean? That should be an unwritten rule in itself. Don't bust out a board game at a party. That's just
why not?
It's a mood killer. Like that's like playing a
How's
movie in
that
the
a
middle
mood
of a
killer?
party, right? Booking that type of shit. Like you don't like if people are talking, mingling, doing that, you
I
don't want to put a movie
challenge our-
on and like tell everybody to pay attention to this movie while all that other stuff is going on.
Well,
Right?
and that's why, because this game, you didn't let me finish. It's a very casual game, so like, it's one of those casual type. But yeah, I mean, Cards Against Humanity would be.
There's a
good
certain
party
type
game.
of party where that would fly. This ain't it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I could see that they're like, you know, other maybe like if it was like a cosplay party
Ooh,
situation.
we need to have a
Now
cosplay
you're
party.
being,
No.
you're
Or
being
if we were
prejudiced,
LARPing,
Yeah.
maybe
You're being prejudiced.
bust one
and-
out.
Okay, we need to
or-
find one of these. Do you know any of these parties, Troy? Do you know any LARP playing
These-
parties? Can
these
we go
are-
crash one?
These are
Oh,
vampire parties, and so you have to be invited in. You can't
Bustos,
just
are
show
you
up.
scratching your ass or what are you doing?
No, I'm tucking my shirt in
He's digging in his butt.
because
He's
I don't
digging
know
in his
when,
butt.
about you guys, but when I'm at home, in order to fully relax, I like to wear a collared shirt and tuck it into my.
Okay. Well, I mean, listen, you don't have to impress me, bud.
I like to look dapper, you know.
It's fucking weird.
I told you guys I am not gonna mail in an outfit at all. It doesn't matter what day of the week, what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna-
yeah.
I'm going to be dressed to the nines, bro. That's just
Well-
how I'm doing this year. That's my 2022.
Yeah. I
2022.
I sometimes like to throw these retro
I love
that sound
that.
like I'm on vacation.
How many do you have? I
Just-
used to have a bunch when I was younger, but I don't have any more.
Yeah, I only have one now. I had
Okay.
a dope one that I wore out, but I don't know why. This is like the only shirt that I will wear of the city that I ever visited, and it is a
Yes.
South Padre Island paradise.
Absolutely. That's like a pastime, especially
Mhm.
growing up. We'd spend summers, every summer was at Padre. And one of my favorite things was just like what I used to do when I'd go to the mall too, is go to Gadzooks
Mhm.
and just like stare at the wall of t-shirts for as long as I could before getting yanked out of the store. And you know, my eyes were definitely fixated on the Big Johnson shirts. We've talked about that before on the show. But yeah, especially at a Padre,
Yeah.
like Padre Island. Like I remember one of my friends, one of brother's friends got this shirt, and it was like a spring break shirt, and it had just all this chaos going on, different little scenes, like dirty scenes playing out on
Oh,
this
God.
t-shirt.
They're so
got-
nasty.
That and
people
like
would
in
wear
Mexico
'em.
has them too. Mexico
Yeah.
has them, like all the different
Yeah.
positions.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know the
yeah.
shirts.
Oh god,
It
yeah.
had all cartoon characters doing all the
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
what the
First
fuck?
shirt I ever got traveling was a shirt I got in Galveston, and it said, "If assholes could fly, this place would be an airport."
Nice. Hell yeah. You used to go, you said, I remember you told us that story. You went down to Mexico before, and I remember you bought a luchador
Yes,
like ring.
wrestling.
I definitely got
Yeah.
that too, and I used my GI Joes in it. That's what I would
Yeah.
do with it. What are your like some of your go-to, like what would you buy when you go there? I would always get a poncho that was seasonal. You get a new poncho for the year. You know,
I
the
get a
hoodie, the
blanket.
hoodie ponchos.
Yeah,
Those were so popular when we were kids, and I used to get them every year. I used to get one of them.
I used to get a blanket.
Nice. The what are those called? It's the thicker ones that have like the animal print on it. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Those are really comfortable. What are those called, Jorge? You know what I'm talking about?
What's that?
Those blankets. They're really thick and
Oh,
they're
the,
handmade,
Oh, conchas?
and they have the lion or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
on
yeah,
them.
the conchas, the conchas. Yeah.
Those are dope. Hell yeah, those are fire. And then I'd get rings all the time and fake sunglasses. I remember and like when we were sophomores or something like that, they had badass thumb rings that was spun.
Uh-huh.
I got some of those. Power beads. Remember power beads were the shit? You can get a shitload of those in Mexico.
I got a golden chain in Mexico that made my
Nice.
neck green.
Hell yeah. I figured you were one that would get
Coach,
like the belt buckles or the, you know, all that shit. Is that
No,
not
my
you?
dad would though.
Hell yeah.
I did get those. I did have a pair senior year. You know those really pointy boots?
Oh,
The
no
Mexican
way.
Boots that
You
have
did
points
not.
on them.
You're so full of shit.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
even think
I
that was
had,
popular then.
Me
Yet.
and my dad both bought
Really?
some. Yeah, they're not the
Zappos?
ones today where they're all the way up and they're kind of
Yeah.
pointed up. These were more squared out and kind of flatter,
Mhm.
but they were pointy as fuck. And I used to have some of those. I got some
Hey,
of those down.
I used
Me
to
and my
buy
dad
Fireworks?
fireworks, man, and then I sold them, and then these dumbasses brought them to the fucking like to athletics, and they started popping them off in there, and then they ratted me out.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Was that you? Hold
you
on.
son of a bitch. You're the reason why we had to do all those damn bear crawls because y'all fucking started a fire and then had to use a fire extinguisher to put it out and then figured out why. I guess we used the fire extinguisher. Might as well fucking use it on the whole goddamn locker
No, that
room.
was a separate incident, my man. That was a separate incident. That fire extinguisher was something else. No,
Yeah, I think that was BJ Whitwer. There you go. I think it was
Yeah.
him. He did that. Fuck him.
no, I was peddling some fireworks, and this was, thank God, this was pre 9/11, bro.
Sure,
because
sure.
pre freaking Columbine.
Yeah, I almost got shot because we brought pellet guns to school to film some stuff. Yeah,
What?
and I was literally in ISS reading about Columbine.
Oh.
The week after I got my ISS for it.
Well, when
That's
the
when
heck,
that shit went down.
dude? That was like in '99,
Yeah.
Wow.
I was a junior. I was a
Yeah,
junior high school.
and
I was
you
a
got
senior.
ISS.
Dude, because I did so many different bad things. Like I said something I shouldn't have said on Knowledge Quest that year. Me and Jim Perrick took a camera and were running amok in the hallways, like doing Tom Green type shit, like trying to interview people and say things to make them feel uncomfortable and weird. And
That's awesome. And you don't have that
didn't go
tape?
well.
God,
no, fuck
darn.
no. It actually got destroyed because they tried to confiscate it, and Jared actually took the tape, got it out of there. Then they had him. They took the student resource officer home, made him they drove him home to find the tape, and then, but at the time it got taken and it got erased by one of our advisors.
That's incredible because they technically weren't allowed to do that.
Fuck no, none of that stuff.
You could have been like, "Fuck you! You need a warrant, bitch." Like, I know my rights. But
well, they're like, it's our property.
no, it's well, okay. Well, you know what? Let me make a copy of it. Let me make.
And that's
a
the
copy.
thing. Okay, and that one of the people that we interviewed was scared that it was going to go on the announcements, and that's how we got caught. Yeah.
What? Who?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I just asked a very personal question, and he didn't want that to be on the announcement. So thinking back on it, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I should have gone there with him, but I did.
What was the personal question?
Yeah, it doesn't need to be brought up, but I did see him many years later, and I had the chance to apologize to him for it. So it's all
Wow,
good.
you were shitty back then too.
Yeah, bro. I wasn't shitty. I just was,
Intrusive.
yeah, I guess. Like I was just, that was what was like popular at the time. Jackass was popular.
Mhm.
Tom Green was popular. And that was the beginning of all that shit. We had access to a camera, so why not, do your own version of that?
Uh,
So
man, looking back on it, I wish I would have just gone all in on journalism and just refined that craft. But I also had fun doing the whole cheerleading thing too, because it kept me. I needed an outlet to get my energy out because I love working out.
charisma for days.
So,
You know what I mean? So like you had the charisma, you had that kind of stuff. So you needed that kind of thing to get it out.
Yeah.
And I think that the DJing is another part of that too. And then
Mhm.
what you and Devaney were doing, what y'all talked about being party enhancers.
Yeah,
I
party
think that's
dancers.
another way to kind of get that out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely was a great outlet. So it was cool, man. I had fun.
Oh yeah. But like I feel kind of like when I hear stuff like that, kind of reminds me of like Step Brothers when they're like, I wish we had these when we were kids, and it's like, oh, it's great, we have these and we're 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we can still that's what we're doing right now, right?
Yeah.
We're doing our own show,
Right.
putting some stuff out there, and then we're kind of scratching that creative itch. But I think you should continue to pursue that and do more stuff. Like you want to get that script written, do that for sure. Get back to trying out comedy. I think that would be big too.
Yeah. It's been 2 months or so since I've been doing my own thing, and I feel like I've partied enough. Like, dude, I've been partying. Well, I mean, when I say party, I'm talking about just laying around by the pool and drinking.
Yeah, I've seen that with your family though. Like that's important. I think that's awesome. One thing that I've always loved my family and they've always been a big part of my life, but I have missed a lot of events, over the years, whether it be work related, whether it be relationship related. And now there's this really cool thing happening with it's like a different dynamic where you get to certain levels as a kid. You get to a certain level of age and then that relationship with your parents changes a little bit. And I feel like we're approaching another set of new boundaries, another stage, right? They're older now. I'm older now. And we're all kind of in this really good place right now as a family. Everybody as individuals is kind of in a really cool place right now. And so it's like new. It's like almost like a new beginning and a new chance and a new lease on life that we all kind of have right now. Right. And so that has inspired me to and not only with my family, but my friends, we talked about it before, just try to get it in when you can get it in. And so I have been trying my best to make all those things and all those events. And it's been fucking awesome. And it looks like you've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, man, I've definitely been trying to spend as much time with family and, take a step back and kind of reevaluate a lot of things. And it's been fun. I mean, the summer is starting. Life events are happening. Lots of folks graduating.
Graduating was huge, right? This weekend.
Man, it's so big, and it doesn't matter what they graduated, pre-K or college or high school or whatever, a lot of really cool life events and, just weeding out all the crap, and going for the better stuff. I mean, I think for a while I was just focused on the wrong things, and I'm getting my swagger back, and now I just got to prioritize and come up with a plan in order to get it all done. So
Google Calendar, baby.
Yeah.
That's such a huge tool we talk about all the time. I mean, we've been on a hell of a run as for us too, as far as parties and events and stuff like that. Yeah. Going back all the way to Christmas when we did the lights thing. Right. And then we've had some parties here and there, and here recently, we've had a few more, and it's really fun. It's a really fun time right now.
Yeah. We have a party this weekend.
Big party this weekend. Had a party last weekend. Had some graduations this weekend. Got a party next week. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff happening.
Yeah. So let's start the party.
Yeah, let's start the show. Starting parties.
Heck yeah.
To all the haters and naysayers out there who said we'd never make it to episode 93, well, we did it, baby. Woo!
You're listening to Good Vibes
with Chris, Dean, Troy, and Jorge.
Repping the DF Dub, we are recording this from Allen, Plano, and Little Elm, Texas.
Fuck the naysayers, they don't mean a thing.
That's right. Yeah, man, I think that's been going on lately too. In my backyard, I got we found 3 dead birds over the weekend. So they're I don't know if it's a seasonal situation, but they're attacking each other. A cat just got involved.
Ooh, we had can you kind of show me this?
Yeah, can you show the show? Yeah, we got a crow/cat fight going on.
Oh my god. No, you're gonna have to zoom in, buddy.
Plano in East Plano. Oh yeah. Okay. We see some action here.
All right, hold on a second. This is
you see the crow and the bird?
No.
Just hold on.
Yeah, we saw 2 crows fly away.
No, that was a crow and a scissortail.
What the fuck is a scissortail?
Wow, you're a birder?
Scissortail's a smaller. Yeah, yes sir.
Yes, sir, I am. I used to raise lizards too. Some of y'all might not know this, but when I was a child, we went into this flea market and I got myself a lizard and I started breeding them. And then they got out of control. They were all over my house. You can still find them to this day. I entered a new species into the ecosystem of East Plano.
This
is all true. All true.
I wouldn't say a new species. I would say more or less a species
A
not
subset.
Yes.
yes, a species
He
that's
introduced
not
introduced it into the
here.
ecosystem that you currently reside
A new genome.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Whatever
This
that,
is
whatever that
That
means.
would be the anole lizard.
uh-huh.
And quick fact, if you didn't know, the
Mhm.
anole lizard is the smallest of the iguana family.
Ooh, very cool. They look like just like a typical lizard that you would see.
Yeah, they just are common looking lizards.
Licking lizard. That's right. This is episode 93. You are listening to the Good Vibes podcast. I am Chris Bustos, and you are hearing Troy Warren and his crows, and Jorge DJ El Presidente is rocking this South Padre purple shirt. Look,
There's the cat.
There's the cat. What a beautiful cat. It's white. It looks like a little bunny.
That's not a cat, or that's not a white cat. That's like a gray cat.
It looks white. That's cool. Nice. Let's call him Snowball. Hell yeah, boys. Great pre-show. We got a little sports in. We don't really talk a ton of sports on the show. We try to keep it, we're not experts. And so I don't know, but it's fun to talk about. We like to talk about the things that we love. And that's definitely one of those things is sports. We love sports. So we'll talk about it every now and then. But like I said, we're not experts at any of this stuff, really. I mean, I do get up early and do a lot of research. I scour the internet at 4 a.m. for all of the most positive stories and put it out there because that's what you got to do. Because there's people out there that are waking up really, really early to find the most hurtful and hateful stories and spread those out there. So we got to do our part and try to combat that shit.
Yeah, and you're an award-winning journalist.
I am an award-winning journalist, and I know there's no one actually that knows more about journalism than me. Because I go way back before it all started, y'all. Before it all, but there's only one person that I know of that we know that is a CNN award winner, and that is TJ Underwood and Matt Tjan, I guess.
I won.
Jorge, were you part of that too?
Yeah, I won 3rd place.
Hell yeah.
I was won 3rd place for my news story.
Yeah.
Where I interviewed a future football player, Brandon Villarreal, who played for the New Orleans Saints.
That's
and then
right.
I also interviewed the controversial Todd Graham, who became recently controversial, but whatever.
Is that true? I did not know that.
Well, yeah, he was like quoted saying something or some crap.
Ooh, not good.
I don't
Not
know.
good.
You know what? I don't even
Coach
think the guy
G got
liked me.
canceled.
Yeah, I think he didn't even like me. So
Of course not. No, he was just, I think he was. If you look at where Allen is at now, it would never have happened without Coach Graham. Let's just say that.
Would it? Okay.
He brought Nike in. Like he totally
Yeah.
changed the mentality and the attitude of Allen.
You're right.
And then people that were involved in the booster club were also members of city council. And so then, that can totally change the landscape, but look what it did for the community. Like, look at that. It's fucking huge, right? People.
Oh my God, dude. It's insane.
It's a destination high school. So if you have a really talented child, you might move to Texas like everybody else and find yourself at Allen High School with your badass athlete kid.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of people moving to Texas, did you hear that Goldman Sachs is thinking about moving to Dallas and they're going to give them all these tax breaks? And screw them.
That's not good for my business.
I know. I hate it. Anyways,
that's crazy. Is that a thing? Is that really a thing?
Yeah, it could very well happen. Bring 2,000 jobs and just raise the price of everything, all the toll roads.
Even better.
But you know what? I'm going to switch it around.
Mhm.
No, it's a great thing. I love the rich being here and not paying taxes. Good for them.
No income tax, right? State, or is that what it is?
Yeah, some crap like that.
In Oregon, they don't have sales tax.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it just all built into the price?
They do have others. Yeah, they have state tax.
They have state tax.
Yeah, they have state tax.
Yeah, I was on mute, but I said it.
Yeah.
And then it's like you hear me when I'm not, it's like you can just hear me. Yeah, we have that link. Because you were like, like you heard me, but
I've been trying to sever that link for a minute because I don't want you in my head, bro.
I don't think you can sever it, bro. I think you're stuck with me, bro.
It's like a weird umbilical cord. Like I said, this is episode 93, marching our way to 100. Dean is going to be in and out this episode. He is watching this playoff season, playoffs also in 10 and under Little League Baseball, and he is supporting those Astros that he loves so much. So hopefully good luck to them. Hopefully they're doing well. Maybe we'll see him later. So in his absence, I'm going to take over the quote of the day. Troy, if you don't mind, I'm going to do it this time.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
I got
yeah. It's such a big deal. Somebody
right?
else.
Hey,
oh my God.
Hey, yeah, somebody else is taking it over. It's gonna be me, and I'm going to piggyback kind of off.
I'll call and yell at you later.
Just like we said, this is a battle. We're battling for the souls of the world, and we're trying to put good out there, and people are putting bad out there. And this quote is all about that. This is from Mother Teresa, who, again, herself, she's kind of polarizing figure, but she said, "Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one come to you without leaving happier." Badass throwback jersey, my friend. Rocking it
one more time.
I'll say the quote one more time. I just want to acknowledge the throwback Astros jersey that our boy Dean is wearing. It's a Nolan Ryan throwback.
I'll let it pass.
He's paired it with a brown brass Bass Pro Shop hat. Really, let me see the kicks. Can we see the kicks? We're rocking some nice shorts and some Adidas. I love
National Space Station Ultra Boost.
Nice. Respect the fit. Absolutely. So we were just doing quote of the day. This quote comes from Mother Teresa. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. I think if you could do that, you're achieving some great stuff right there. It's something to try to aspire to do.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Nope.
I think it's important to try to you got to focus on that shit. In order to accomplish that shit, that's got to be in the forefront of your mind. It's like you got to literally try to make everybody that comes in contact with you happier. Because if you lose focus, you could say some shit, not paying attention, and just say rude shit, right?
I think it's important to say the rude stuff. In fact, I would say don't see somebody for 5+ years and then just log in and tell them what a piece of crap they are and how good your life is.
Yes, how great you are.
This is my mantra.
And how you have it figured out and everybody else is just gonna die.
Probably. Do your research, bro.
Yeah, bro. Do your own experiments even,
Yeah, make your own
science.
Yeah, your own.
I believe in science. My science. That's right. Hell yeah.
Well, that was a great
Mother
quote.
Teresa. Again, a polarizing figure, like I said, for the first half of our lives, everybody was like, "Oh, what a saint." She's like saint.
Pretty
Second
cool.
half of our lives.
Hey,
not a saint.
I love that part in Uncle Buck where the clown shows up to Uncle Buck to the house, right? And he's drunk and he's supposed to be performing for the little kids. And then Uncle Buck comes out. He's like, "Hey," and the clown's like, "Who are you, Mother?" That's what I always
punches
think
him
about.
in the face.
Yeah, who are you, Mother?
Yeah, but I
Teresa?
mean, to his point, how can you look at Uncle Buck and be like, "You're fucking judging me, bro"?
Yeah,
I could just look at you and tell that you're all about the debauchery.
Who are you, Mother Teresa?
I feel like he set us all up for failure, right? Like
Uncle Buck did.
Who can live up to Uncle Buck, right? I'll never be as cool as Uncle fucking Buck, right?
No,
that'll never happen. Not even close.
God, I hope I can be at least just a smidge that cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I
probably am the Uncle Buck because I've never
home.
taken care of kids before. Like I've never been like, "Hey, leave them over," and I'll watch them.
Yeah, I never was comfortable enough to do that, which made
Me
me
too.
like has regrets. Now that my nieces are older, I've kind of feel like I could have done more, but whatever. I got the rest of their lives, right? I get the rest of their lives. I could start today.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure you would have been over it though. like within the first couple of, you'd have been like, this isn't. Or maybe you would like it. Shit, I don't know. I just know that they take a lot of energy. Oh my God.
They do.
I see my parents just going, and I need a break.
Yeah.
I need a break. I can't do it.
That's the whole thing, right? Is like the they say, like, that's what everybody loves to say, those cliches, is like, what is it? Like, it's great to have them over because I know they're going home with you guys. You know, that's like one of those things that people say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
My kids have a pretty good uncle.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Uncle Behoove.
Yeah, Uncle Behoove. Hell yeah. He's been there from the start.
And also
man.
my brother, who sometimes doesn't show up to his own family dinners.
Yeah, no, that I have my niece did that. Her last birthday, we all showed up to a Mexican restaurant to celebrate her birthday, and she did not show up. So we celebrated in her honor. She was a little under the weather. We'll say that. So she wasn't ready for dinner, and so we just went without her. But that's like my mom, though. She's like that too. She's just like, fuck it, I'm not waking you up. You know? It's like, just wake her up, and then she'll come to the party, and we'll have a good time. But you got to make that point, you know. That happens for sure. So who did we win? Are we champs?
No,
it was a playoff.
It was playoff round one. We are not champs, and we're not going forward.
Damn.
It was a little bit of a heartbreaker.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I feel like we're setting ourselves up for another one, right? The Mavs, like, there's no way we're getting ourselves out of that hole.
Oh no, that's over.
Probably not.
Might as well kiss
Well,
that
it's not
goodbye.
over,
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a sweep,
but it's
dude.
not looking very good.
I put $100 on it right now that it is.
That dunk last night was just kind of soul crushing. That was like the cherry on top.
Starting all-star.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like the way that Luka took it, though. I think he's handling it very well, for sure. Heck yeah. So we just got into our quote of the day, Troy boy. It is time to pop a can of Cool Story, bro.
Hey,
I'll be listening, but I just have to.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, man.
How long has the actual podcast been going on?
This podcast has been going on, I believe, I'm gonna look it up right now just to be right.
An hour and a half.
Oh, this actual episode?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't even know. When did you guys start? Because I was late too. I didn't get here till we've only been going. I mean, like, pre-show isn't that long.
Like
So
6:30, 6:45.
yeah.
Dude, I've been talking for quite a bit.
Yeah,
I've
you
been
have.
talking
You
for an
have
hour
for
and a
sure.
half.
I logged in at the beginning.
hard.
Jorge
Yeah.
was talking.
Yeah.
I was
for
just
sure.
talking to myself. So
That's good. I love
You
that.
guys
I'm-
will y'all get some thoughts.
I'm gonna
Deep
check that
thoughts.
out. We'll put that in the deep cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking quite a bit about things and getting philosophical and going to a place that is deep and dark, but is also well lit.
You love that dark stuff, brother.
No, it's dark humor. In fact, I'm watching. I was watching a movie called "It's a Disaster." It's a disaster. It's on Tubi.
Hell yeah, Tubi's a shit, right?
Dude, it's made in 2013. It's got Rachel Boston, Kevin Brennan, David Cross, America Ferrera, and it's a very dark humor, and I love it.
I love
It's
dark
actually-
humor.
Like, I can't get enough.
Cool
of dark
story,
humor.
bro.
What was real quick.
Oh shit, sorry.
That's fine. Real quick before we go on, what was the first movie that you were like, I like dark humor, or the first movie you saw and you're like, man, am I supposed to be laughing at this? I can't help myself. This shit's hilarious. I'm gonna continue to laugh at it. For me, it was a movie called Very Bad Things, and it is a really dark comedy about a bachelor party that goes wrong and the aftermath of dealing with what went wrong. And it's hilarious and it's really fucking dark. But it's
I don't know if it's the first one, but one that always sticks out in my mind is Election.
Oh yeah, Election is a good one. We saw that one
With Matthew Broderick.
Mm-hmm.
theaters. Yes, great voiceover game. in
Man,
that movie.
that's a good question. I don't know what dark ones that I probably have seen a lot of dark ones, but
Yeah. What about you, Troy? You got one?
Donnie Darko.
that's not.
Well, it's got dark in the damn title.
It was funny to me. It's dark as shit.
Crystal. Dark Man 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, but
right.
Banner Darkly.
I think with Tubi, you're going to start to
Dark
see the
Knight.
decline of Netflix, bro. Like, I think it's on the way out.
Ooh, you think so?
Yeah, dude. I mean, why even own Netflix? All these movies are on Netflix, and if not more.
Yeah, because and Netflix are adding ads, so then that again negates you wanting to go there, right?
Of course, yeah. It's
You
the
know,
same
if I
thing.
want ads, why don't I just do it on Tubi if I'm going to watch something with ads, right? Watch it for
Exactly.
free.
So how did Tubi figure it out and Netflix did not?
Tubi's
Advertising,
free.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically owned by, I think maybe Paramount. I don't know. There's a couple of apps just like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Samsung has one. Yeah.
Have
Pluto
y'all gotten into
TV.
Yellowstone yet?
Pluto TV. Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Really?
Mm.
I'm one of the few people, evidently, but
Yeah, I
I
haven't
watched
gotten
3
into
episodes and didn't like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you say it's like on the level of Sons of Anarchy? Because I was watching Sons of Anarchy and it just didn't quite take off the way I thought it was going to. And I was just like, I'm done now.
Sons of Anarchy is Hamlet.
Yeah. I
I
think
believe
sometimes,
it's, or maybe is it Macbeth?
yeah, I think sometimes though, even
Macbeth. But
if you wait too long, man, things happen so fast and so rapidly with technology, with just the way we consume media, that I think if you wait too long, it's almost like it is like, it's like going back in time. Like, man, you feel it, you see it, and it's just like, this is old. I feel like this is old. I feel like I should have watched this when it came out, and I'm kind of over it. I feel like that happens sometimes too.
You're right.
Even though it's not like it's not that far removed from where, like, that was what, like maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And it still feels old because things happen so fast in movie making and TV shows.
But, well, I mean, I just look, Orange is the New Black. That was like, holy, when that came out, I was like, damn, House of Cards. Like, I couldn't wait to see the next episode. The Glow, Glow was awesome, dude.
Yeah, Glow was awesome. I loved it.
I know I sound,
yeah, Ozark's
Historical.
very good,
Mhm.
but it just ended. Stranger Things is ending.
I cannot wait for Stranger
oh
Things.
God, yeah, I'll be all over Stranger Things.
Hell yeah.
Like, I will literally take the day off.
Oh yeah.
This is the end of Stranger Things, right?
Yes, sir.
This is,
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a 2-parter. It'll be 2 seasons. Like, they'll release one and then
And they said
The
some
next
of
yeah,
the
one's
episodes are
May
as long as
27th
movies.
and the other's in July.
Like the finale is 2.5 hours, something like that.
Cool.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
All right, let's get into cool story, bro. Thank you for being patient, Troy. I can see you wanting to blow up over there. Let's not waste it though.
All right, so cool. Well, like, it's kind of like I was ready to go, and
Okay, let's work yourself up though, bro.
Okay,
Like, get
yeah.
it
All
going,
right,
bro.
everybody. Troy. Hell
all
yeah.
right, cool story, bro. Here we go. I got 7 today, so we'll save some.
Yeah.
But you got some choices today. First one is look, Ma, one hand. Next one is it's a bird. It's a plane. Is it paper? The third one is stag party. Damn idiots. And the next one is, oh shit, Alabama at it again.
How many is that?
That's 4.
All right.
And then you got Mysterious Cube, SNL Shakeup, and Alien Spies, you say.
Who's
And
picking
today, let Dean go first again. I like the
I think I want to go with the very first one.
look, Ma, one hand.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a story about birth defects, but please continue.
No.
No, it's not.
Woman breaks one-handed climbing world record in London. A woman born with her right arm missing below the elbow broke a Guinness World Record by climbing a vertical distance of 1,229 feet and 9 inches, using only one arm on climbing the wall. You want to know more?
Yes, please.
Hey, you know what? There was once a guy who had one leg who did the same feat. I forgot who it was. He once did a speech, but same thing.
Yeah, she broke the Guinness Book of World Records.
The one-
Her name is Anoshi Hussein, who grew up in Luxembourg and now lives in London. Took on the record at the Castle Climbing Center in London. Hussein said the most difficult part of her training was learning to focus on her non-dominant side. My little arm is actually my dominant arm on
Get
the
the
wall.
fuck out of here. Of course it is.
Yeah.
That's why he says, make sure to don't touch my strong hand, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, she said I
That's
had
my
to learn
strong
to
hand.
climb left-handed, only how to readjust my balance.
Cool. Who's
Uh,
next?
Wait a minute. We're not gonna talk about it more. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Why not?
Well, okay.
Yeah,
get
Busto
one
said
in.
he liked
You
it.
already talked
If
about it.
Busto
You
said
said
he
I knew a
liked
guy
it,
that did it with just one leg.
yeah.
Okay. I didn't
Get a
know if
joke
y'all-
in. You want to get a joke in? Get a joke in.
I don't want to get a joke.
No, because you're on the spot now.
Well, now, yeah, and it's gonna just come off really bad now. There is no joke. No, it's awesome. Congratulations, lady.
Yeah.
One arm and all.
Do
I
it.
thought it
Do
was a feel-good story. It was a good vibe
It
story.
is.
Well, I
It
was
is.
up in
It
arms. I mean, in arm.
Oh,
Oh,
arm.
Jesus
Up
Christ.
an arm.
That was
Up and down.
terrible.
Okay.
What you got?
All right, so
Who's next? Jorge, you're next. You got to go
Okay.
through
Well,
again, though.
hold on.
No,
how
no,
do
no,
you- no, this
Also, I just want to say for the record, I was correct. That was a story about a breath defect.
It was actually. You're right.
So
yeah.
good for her, though. Awesome.
Okay.
Jorge's next.
Troy, I'm going to go with, aw, shit. Alabama at it again.
Oh, okay. All right.
We all know what this story's about, correct? Before we start,
No, I don't.
What?
it's a sports story.
No. Is
No,
it?
it's
All right.
I think it's gonna be
All
crazy.
right.
It's gonna be like a crazy person.
God, I
story.
hope it's something crazy.
No, it's not. That would be Florida.
That would be Florida, yeah. But they're like right next to each other.
I know this is a sports story. Go ahead, Troy.
A thief makes a getaway on stolen lawnmower while towing a Crimson Tide A on the back of her tow truck.
Hell yeah. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
A thief.
A
On a tractor.
lawnmower thief's ass is grass. If cops find her when cops find her after a low-speed getaway towing a stolen University
That's how you
of
write a news
Alabama
story.
yard sign. Yeah,
Her ass is grass.
her ass is grass.
I'm surprised
I have a question.
Nick Saban didn't accuse another college of having her steal that lawnmower.
Is this
She also-
this is what happens when you don't get paid when you go to college.
That's right.
Do they believe that alcohol was involved?
I'm sure.
Yes, they do believe
methamphetamines.
alcohol is
Yeah.
involved. She pilfered a trailer as well.
Pilfered. I've always wanted to pilfer something.
What is pilfered?
Wow,
man?
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's new to me.
It's
Pilfer.
like rummaging through
Oh, okay.
until looking for anything sort of valuable.
Until you get caught.
I
You
don't
gotta
think
run away.
getting caught is part of pilfering.
Okay.
Isn't it also
It's like
pimp-
going onto
pimp-
somebody else's property and becoming their hoarder.
Oh.
Like I'm the hoarder for the day. I'm just gonna toss the house looking for valuables and pilfering it.
Squatters.
What about pillage? Isn't pillage one?
Yes.
Yeah, pillage. There you go.
Pillage, I think, is more violence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what this lady did.
She did. All right, it is my turn, and I need to hear them again because I don't remember.
So you guys,
I'll stop you when I got my one.
all right. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's paper.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Let him
a
do
good
his
one.
thing. Let him do his thing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is kind of terrible.
You're,
you know,
you're
you
just
yell at
interrupting
me.
him.
I mean, you go
setting
like
it up.
but you are so dramatic that by the end of it, I
Yes.
totally forgot what you said, and that's why Dean keeps on saying the first
Sit
one.
down. We'll write it down. Like
Because he doesn't remember
See,
by the
this is
time you get to the
prepared.
end.
Write it down. Get your little note cards like you told me.
You don't know why I always say the first one.
I do too.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
All right, go ahead. I'm
Terrible.
sorry.
Go ahead,
Go ahead,
continue.
go ahead.
Terrible.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, next one. Stag party.
That's the
Damn
one.
idiot.
That's the one.
Oh,
Yes. Stag party.
no.
Well, you
Damn idiots.
you just interrupted him again.
But that's the
Okay,
one I
well-
wanted to hear. I just needed to
Okay.
hear jog my memory, and that's the one I want to hear.
Okay, but do it the way you. Okay, go ahead.
Because I was reminded of very bad
And he
things.
interrupted me again.
Because I was reminded about very bad things, and that is about a stag party. I want to hear about the stag party.
I hope this is a hunting story.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you good?
Are you good? All right,
you
I'm
good?
good.
Are you
Stag
kidding me?
party.
Like he's not
um,
excited that his
Oh my gosh.
like he's not excited
Shut it
that
down.
his segment
Where's
is
the
like
button, Chris?
his segment's like the whole show, and he's not excited about that. Give me a fucking
Hey,
break.
come on.
That's what you
now.
were saying.
Yeah, he wants this. Go ahead.
Where's the mute button
All
for
right,
Go
Chris?
ahead. I got it.
Thank
I got
God, somebody
Ugh.
mute the host. Stag party full of drunk idiots sinks 30-foot canal boat and crashes another. A boat of drunk friends managed to sink a 30-foot canal boat and crash a second during a rowdy stag do. The chaotic wedding crew ended up forcing the waterway to close and flooded a nearby road after the party kicked off in Worcestershire. They set off from the marina on Friday afternoon, but their vessel became submerged in the Drochwich Canal just hours later. Apparently, these idiots hit several boats before this happened. A resident commented on social media. The police were immediately informed, but they declined to get involved. If they had, perhaps this all could have been avoided. Thankfully, no one was killed.
Ah, that's incredible. Did you guys ever throw a party that ever got out of hand?
Never sunk a boat.
Absolutely. We talked about it on the show though before,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
don't want to repeat it. But it was the Mike Tyson fight.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yours. Yeah. Also, one of your birthday parties got out of hand,
Yes,
but you were not awake for any of it.
I was not awake for it. I was passed out before anybody got there, and over like 100 people showed up to our very, very small apartment. It was good.
Well,
Good times.
cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro. Thank you, Troy.
Those were good stories, man.
Yeah,
I really want to know about the paper airplane one.
Well, we still got my story because I get a choice.
That's true. You do, and this continues. I will mute
Yes, it
myself.
does.
I will mute myself.
Thank you. So Dean, I'm going to not appease you, and we're gonna save that one.
Didn't
for
think you would.
No, you know what? I'll do it because you actually had my back today, and I enjoyed that. So thank you. So I will give you your paper airplane story. So paper plane takes record-breaking 252-foot flight in South Korea. Another
Jeez.
Guinness Book of
Indoor?
World. I'm about to read it to you right now. But,
Okay.
a trio of paper aircraft enthusiasts broke a Guinness World Record in South Korea when they sent a folded plane for a flight of 252 feet and 7 inches. The airplane was designed by Chi Yi-jan of Malaysia, folded by Shin Moo-jun of
Also a
South
good
Korea.
attempt. Solid pronunciation.
It was that bad or good?
I have
no,
no
that was great.
idea.
That was
I don't
great.
speak Korean. But
Well, I'm
neither
gonna
do you,
hashtag. I'm gonna
so we don't
hashtag
know.
it regardless. So
and thrown into the so hold on, I gotta redo all that because you interrupted me and it's got to be all together. Chi Yin-jan of Malaysia folded it. Moo-jun of South Korea, no, Jin designed it. Shin Moo-jun folded it, and it was thrown by Kim Yoon
Yeah.
Tae
Yeah.
of South Korea.
That's it.
oh,
So there was
okay.
3 people each involved with a 3
was
people, one
thrown-
designed it, one folded it, and one threw it.
Right, and it was thrown inside.
Okay.
Yeah, it was thrown inside. It was thrown 8 times, 252 feet and 7 inches being the longest of the throw.
What do you think is the most important of the process? The design, the folding, or the throwing?
Dude, that's all of it combined.
So a quote, it's funny you say that, a quote from the guys that said, my design coupled with Shin's wing mods adjustment and Kim's rocket arm is a winning contest wasn't worried, says Chi Yi Zhang.
I would like to pick all the design team over and the throwing person over, but I would stick with the folder. And I think I could break the record.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I could. If I had somebody else design it and somebody else throw it, but maintain the paper folder, I think I could break that record.
So you're claiming that your folding skills are really good? Is that what it is?
No, I'm claiming that the person that folded that paper airplane is the reason that I was so successful. And I think that's the hardest part of that to find, is this person that can fold it.
I agree with that.
Well, congratulations to the Shin Kim Chi team and also Shin Moon Jun.
Shut up.
Wow, you're gonna get us in trouble with the FCC.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, take that part. I can't do it as well as
You just
Troy
don't.
did.
You don't speak Korean, so you're not gonna say the names right.
Okay.
Shin Kim Chi.
As far as I know, that's
Okay,
correct.
well, listen, hey, man, my name used to get bastardized all the time. Porque people used to say, hey, Jorge, can I call you whore? So I just want to throw that out there.
George,
I just want to know.
I just
just
call
wanna
you
know.
George.
Yeah, well, people used to make fun of my name, which I'm not making fun of the name. I'm actually trying to get it right. Shin Min Chun, Chi Yin Chang.
What's the worst nickname you've ever had in life?
Not even gonna mention them.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine was.
I'm not gonna bring up those traumas.
Yeah, this is good vibes.
Piscifer.
Christopher? I like bitch dose,
Or
about
bitch dose.
Baldy?
Bitch dose is pretty good. Bitch
which you
dose
didn't
is
know about. That everyone called you bitch dose.
Yeah,
All your
thank you.
employees did.
I really appreciate you letting me know that after the fact. That's really nice. I was at the time though, so they weren't lying. That's true.
Oh, man.
But what else? What's another good one? My grandma used to call me Christy for some reason, with a TY.
I remember when I was like 4. The first time I've probably had a nickname my entire life before I was born. I've had nicknames from family members and stuff. But I remember the kids at church would call me Dean, the string bean.
Deansy
Ooh,
boy.
I hated that one.
I thought you were Dean the humping machine.
Not
Jesus Christ,
as a 4-year-old.
Oh. Well,
Goddamn, Jorge.
what?
I'm
sorry. I'm trying some new stuff out.
I will say we got some. I just got some weekly updates from Buzzsprout, which is a carrier of all of our podcasts. That's our hosting spot.
Yeah.
And old shows are blowing up. I guess AC is getting the word out on Hurry Up and Wait. I had 152 downloads this week. And
Wait a
then
minute, what?
Yeah. That happens sometimes. The football show is getting a ton a couple weeks ago.
Oh, good for
out of
y'all.
the blue. Yeah, it was cool. But Vibes is doing great as well.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Is that right? 68 last week?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, and that's not including the 88 that we had on YouTube.
Holy smokes.
So that's pretty awesome, man. Things are clicking. Thank you, the listeners, the watchers, whichever you prefer. Where you can catch the show anywhere you get your favorite podcasts. If you prefer to listen to it on your drive, or you can watch it on YouTube and get all the pictures and all the graphics and whatnot.
I'll say this: if you are a viewer, my preference is that you listen to the show. That way, I don't have to think about what I'm wearing or anything else.
Yeah, I should be wearing a hat right now, but fuck it, I don't care. I
No,
look
bro.
like
Yeah, I
crazy.
did, my
You guys
hair.
look
I did my hair
amazing.
today.
It's too hot for a hat,
Yeah.
bro.
No, it's Hot Boy Summer Part
humid.
2. I don't know if you remember last year was Hot Boy Summer. Like, why don't we just continue that shit, right?
I look like a hot mess.
I agree. I was not a fan of Hot Boy Summer.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
I didn't
was
really
the
understand
best.
that.
It was the best. Chet is genius. You've been watching Atlanta,
Yeah.
and I mean that was pretty amazing.
You know, his whole thing is that it's an anthology series within the season.
Yeah.
So his thing is like people that have been ostracized by the community, he's giving them screen time.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's
what is
great
he-
in it though.
But was he? But is it like? That's what I want to know though. But like, why? Is it to?
Well,
give
we
him a
all
shot?
know his background, and the rest of his family we're all very familiar with. So
Do
what's
we?
up with him? Yeah.
Oh, you're
Colin,
talking about Chet. You're
Tom,
talking about Chet. I'm sorry. You're talking about Chet. My bad. Yeah. I think you're talking about Charles
Colin,
Whitney.
Tom, Rita.
This is
the other
Tom.
one.
This is Tom Hanks's second kid. We know Colin because he's been in some movies and some TV
So is
shows.
the other one too.
Orange
Chet's been in some
County,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, exactly. Chet is a little bit more problematic because he's younger and he's hella influence. I mean, he's a millennial, 100%. You know what I mean? And so I think that they find things. I don't know, man. He's offensive, but I don't know if he's intentionally offensive, and he doesn't. But the response to the criticism is like negative. It's like everybody's just like,
Here's the deal.
too woke.
If
It's
you
too
Google-
woke culture. I'm just
just-
being me and being funny and weird, and it's like, yeah, but
If you Google Tom Hanks kids,
Yeah.
if that's what you type in, the first headline that comes up is Tom Hanks' other kids are less embarrassing than his son Chet. So
But the weird thing though, there was a point in time before he got really famous that he was like I think he was a rapper. I think he was a rapper.
yes, he
And
has
so
put out an
there
album.
was some buzz like, oh, okay, wait, Tom Hanks's kid's a rapper, like that's crazy. And so there was some positive buzz, and like there was like he was about to like maybe, who knows, but there was some kind of murmurs about him. And then when he was on social media and became this social media presence and like had more screen time, you got to know more. It's not what not what the original story. I think just like a good dad, you want to set your kids up, and nepotism is a thing. But you want to set your kids up. So I think that there was a little bit of good PR to set my son up to possibly maybe pursue a music career, and then my hands are out of it. You know what I mean? I think that was kind of the situation. And then once his hands are out of it, it took its own life, and now we know him as that. But he's in Atlanta, kind of like Dean was saying, he's portraying like a version of himself, and he's been on other shows too doing the same thing where he's
Empire, Shameless.
what's that? There's that there's a
Honor.
comedic person, her name I don't know, but she does interviews that and like
Oh
passive
yeah,
aggressive interviews.
yeah, yeah.
And
It's
he's on
funny.
there, and it's really good. Oh,
That's a that's a fun one.
yeah, that's a great show. But he speaks sometimes in this Jamaican accent, and it's just weird. And he was accused of appropriating culture.
Well, on Atlanta, he speaks in a Turks and Caicos accent.
Yes, Turks and Caicos, and he's from British Columbia.
Yeah,
It's wild.
It's a
And
good
then,
episode.
And then they had Liam Neeson on there too.
yeah.
Kind of doing a version of his awkward moment where
He was literally in a bar
yeah
called the canceled bar.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's so
Because
funny.
he's been canceled,
yeah
and he says some crazy stuff. It's
Yeah.
good too. I'm a big fan of this season of Atlanta. I think
Yeah,
it's fantastic,
pretty awesome from what I've
and not
seen.
just because of Chet Hanks.
Chet Hanks. Hell yeah.
The episode with the kid and the guitar
Oh yeah.
who steals the phone. Oh man, whew, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. I gotta really get into that. I liked everything I've seen, every clip I've seen.
The reparations one also
is,
very
is
good.
amazing. They were in like a foreign country, and there's this like really like weird festival going on, and they just see this person walk by, and he's in costume, and it's really offensive, and they're just like look around, and they're like, what did we just see? Is this a thing? And like they find out that it's a thing. That's really weird. It's cool. That show's out there. All right. So we talked a lot about TV. You were talking a little bit about TV earlier.
Yeah.
But we did talk about Tubi, and I think this is a good time to go ahead and jump right into movie of the week. Which is, who picked this movie?
You did.
Oh, I
No, I did.
What was
okay. It was Men at Work.
Oh, you didn't watch it, Dean?
it? No.
You didn't have time, man. He's a busy man.
I mean, I've seen it, so I'll contribute what little I can. I just
Sure.
did not have time.
I think it was good to get a little refresher in, but I do remember a lot of it because I actually really liked this movie as a kid. You know what I mean? Like,
I love this movie.
yeah, like
I remember liking it as a kid.
being like, oh shit. I think I really connected to movies where it's like,
Well, hold on. Do we
shitty
get a
job.
synopsis?
Yeah, you wanna
I got
set
it.
up?
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
Please.
Oh, shit. Wrong screen. Sorry, guys.
It's all
It's all
right.
good. I'll
We're-
finish my thought. I was just like, I loved, like, I think I connected because we talked about this a little bit about when I was talking about Bob and how he was a trash man and how I wanted to be a trash man because Bob found cool shit in the trash and got to keep it. And this was kind of along the same lines. I'm like, these guys are surfers, but they also are trash guys, but they kind of seem like they can kind of create their own schedule. Like, you know what I mean? Like those type of weird things in movies. Like, I'm like, man, like that's fucking legit. Like, you know, by just doing your own thing and being your own person. I always connected to that. I thought that was cool. That's the first thing I liked about this movie.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Men at Work, a 1990 American action comedy thriller written and directed by Emilio Esteves, who also starred in the lead role. The film co-stars Charlie Sheen, his real-life brother, Leslie Hope, and Keith David.
Yes.
It was released in August 24th, 1990. The plot: Carl Taylor and James St. James, a pair of garbage collectors who dream of owning a surf shop, are known for being troublemakers during work by tossing garbage cans in the street and making noise that disturbs residents. A local bike cop, Mike, hassles them frequently, but Carl and James are used to his bullying and shrug it off. After completing their shift, they are put on probation for their disruptive antics and told they are to be accompanied by an observer on their next shift, the supervisor's brother-in-law, Lewis. After work, the pair use a telescope to spy on Susan Wilkins, a woman living across the street, and watch as she is mistreated by a man. Once she leaves the room, Carl, in a form of payback, shoots the man in the rear with a pellet gun. As James and Carl hide and laugh, two men enter Susan's apartment, strangle the man, and drag him away. After stuffing his body into a barrel, they put the barrel in their car, but it falls out and is found the next day by Carl, James, and Lewis on their garbage route. Carl and James panic when they realize that not only is the dead man the same person Carl shot in Susan's apartment, but that he is also Jack Berger, a city councilman who was running for mayor. Lewis, a semi-crazed, no-nonsense Vietnam War vet, calms the two down by explaining that Jack died of strangulation for not being shot. Or he died of strangulation, not being shot by the pellet gun.
Wow. Incredible.
That's the, yeah.
That's kind of the plot. Yeah. And then from there it goes, nope, Chris, you're on mute. Anyways, you're trying to make a point, but I hear you, man. This movie, the first thing that stood out to me is that slimy, cheesy villain at the very beginning with the hair slicked back.
He's so
and he's
good.
like, you know, they always have to stick their tongue out. Like,
He's a really good villain.
Yeah.
And funny note from that, he is also in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's
That's
Dead.
right.
He's
Oh,
the
yeah.
creepy guy in that
Plays-
one.
Yep. Very
Like,
good,
hey.
smarmy dude for sure. I love
Yeah.
I love the opening scene. It definitely lets you know what the fuck is going on. Like the opening credits is toxic waste being dumped in like the ocean. Seemingly, it's like a fish tank though. But this whole thing was just because Emilio Esteves wanted it to write and direct so bad, and he actually wrote this like a decade before when he worked with John Hughes, and John Hughes really liked it and was thinking about pursuing it and letting him kind of, he was going to direct it, but Emilio Estevez really, really wanted to be a writer director. That was his thing. And like since then, actually, he's only acted in only a couple movies where he wasn't the director or the writer. Now that's all he really focuses on, outside of the occasional Mighty Ducks, appearance. But this was his vehicle, and so many questions. Like, I want to know, did they come up with their look? Like, is that a conversation that they had? We're like, we're gonna rock mullets, we're gonna put on some weight. You know what I mean? Like, they did not look like their best in my opinion in this movie. Like,
yeah, I mean, when Charlie Sheen was in that sweater and jeans, I was like, oh my God, that's really what you're gonna be wearing for the rest of the movie?
Charlie Sheen begged to be in this movie.
Did he really?
Begged. Yes, it was originally going to be for another Brat Packer like Judd Nelson.
Wow.
But he read the script, which there was 15 drafts of, because he's been working on this thing for a decade. Or he started working on it in 1985 when he was shooting St. Elmo's Fire.
What a shitty fucking script, though. If that's you know what I mean?
Kidding.
Like,
I wonder how
he's gotten better.
He's
gotten better. No, he's gotten way better. He's definitely written.
This is the first one.
A lot better movies. It's his first one. You're right. But Keith David fucking steals the whole show. Like, when you talked about how the bike cops show up and he kind of he kind of like calms them down or whatever. I love that fucking scene. They're both fighting about. Emilio is like saying that Charlie fucking killed this guy because they think that they shot him with the pellet gun and somehow killed him.
And now he's dead.
And the whole time behind them, this dude that they just met is handling a dead body like it's no fucking big deal. Like pulling him out, like just picking him up and like just like calmly just dealing with this dead body while they're fucking fighting. And that just like, I thought that was the funniest shit ever. And Keith David's a badass, and he is probably even better voice actor than he ever was an actual actor, but he crushes this movie.
Absolutely.
Yes, I love this fucking movie. This movie is classic. It's a classic buddy comedy. It's everything you want in a movie. It's corny,
love
but
the henchmen.
exciting. Yeah, the henchmen are entertaining. Like when he fucks that one dude up and he goes, "What happened?" He's like, "Bro, it's crazy. You got struck by lightning."
And I love like the dude's Italian ass accent. He always listening to opera music, and the other guy's just like weird rando.
Hey, did anybody else like whenever they're pulling the pranks on each other, wherever the other guys,
it's
they
shit.
open it,
Oh, get it off.
My God, I can kind of like feel that. Like I can kind of like my sensory, like, oh God, I smell that.
Yeah,
terrible. There's a part in the movie where the guys open up the locker and
they were doing the airbag gags with each other. But I don't know, you couldn't have a Rasta guy like that, really. I don't think anymore. No. You definitely couldn't do the weird I don't know, Vietnam flashbacks where he's like you can't do that anymore. Like that was like over the top. But the fashion for sure, it was something that I couldn't get over. What everybody's wearing is just ridiculous. The music sucks. Like the soundtrack is god awful. It's terrible.
Very bad.
And what's with the Jolt Cola? They're like just fucking chilling, drinking Jolt Cola. like what? That's weird.
Hey, what about also Charlie Sheen being a peeping Tom using binoculars?
Oh, so weird, right?
But that's like a thing. Like so many movies in the 80s had peeping Toms with binoculars. Like what's up with that?
Well, they like mixed in a bunch of movies. There's like Weekend at Bernie's, like they mentioned that
exactly.
In the synopsis a little bit. It's like Rear Window. They have some elements of that. And then Mistaken Identity shit. Like they just throw everything at this movie. And like it's not, I just don't understand. Like these guys are fucking heartthrobs, right? At the time that this movie came out, like they were two of the most popular dudes in movies, right? And then they write themselves a role and they basically have control over the whole thing. And that's what they wore, and that's what they looked like, and that's what their characters were. And you know what I mean? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Charlie Sheen's first comedy.
It's his first comedy. This is before Major League.
That's why he begged for this movie.
Ah, that makes some sense.
He said, I need a comedy. Then after this movie, he got Hot
Major League?
Shots, his role in The Three Musketeers, Major League. Oh,
Major League was before, I think.
wait,
Had to
yeah, I
be.
think Major League was before.
Had to be before. Because this
Yeah.
was that weird where he put on a weight. It was like around the same time as that Getaway movie came out.
The Chase.
The Chase.
It
Yeah.
was
like
1994.
he was just like in a weird place in the 90s through 95.
That was a good movie, The Chase. That was a good sex scene in the car.
Yeah. Yeah. You would love that. But like, that's a weird time for actors when you go from teen heartthrob to adulthood. Sometimes there's a weird, like, it takes some time and it takes some finesse. And sometimes it takes a while to get back out there and claim that same kind of status. Some guys don't ever make it back. They did though, right? I mean, who at one point, who would you say is the most, I guess, famous between the brothers? If we had to do that kind of war,
Charlie Sheen.
you think so?
Duh.
More beloved?
Winning. I mean, he's infamous.
Yeah, he is infamous.
He also had the #1 sitcom for years and years and years.
Do you think at one point Emilio was the bigger star?
No.
Never.
You
Never.
never had that. Not
No.
not even Young Guns. I think that
Nope.
time.
Platoon, bro.
Oh, you're right. Was that the same time?
Platoon came
Wow.
out. That was it.
Yeah.
He was like the dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely Charlie Sheen all day, every day.
Yep. I think a lot of the other people in this movie were forgettable though. The girl was forgettable a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yep.
The pizza,
Yeah.
pizza guy was kind of forgettable too. It's all about Keith David for me in this movie. And I love like, okay, and this is a weird thing too. It's like, so basically you're just from what I'm watching and from other movies I've watched, you're telling me that being a garbage man is the same thing as being a detective, right? Like they have lockers, they have a chief that yells at them. They, like they're rule breakers. They go a little too
Oh
hard.
yeah, it's formulaic as hell.
Yeah. It's like, it's basically
But,
a cop drama.
but the
They
premise
just get
was
suspended, and so then they go do their own investigation.
the premise is in the 80s, Emilio Estevez is trying to make it without having the last name Sheen. He's got all these story ideas running around. He's getting some work. He's doing in some things. He's trying to put together a story. And at 5 a.m., he hears a dumpster truck outside his studio apartment. And he says, hey, nobody's ever done a movie about trash guys. And then he went from there. But yes, it is a formulaic thing. But this is my favorite kind of thing. It's like a cover story or a cover song.
Yeah.
It's like a cover song where they take out all the guitars and put mandolins in everybody's hands.
Yeah.
You take out the cops and turn them into garbage men.
Yeah, that's Cameron Crowe's MO. Like that's literally how he views making movies. So that's pretty cool. I dig it.
Well,
I thought
that
it
was
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
we gotta spin the wheel and add a new one.
yeah, I'm gonna add a new one. This hard because dude, Tubi's got so many good fucking things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love how they show.
don't
Yes,
know.
there's editing. There's commercials, but they've showed the original film. I think that's fucking dope.
Yeah, man. On any given
Yeah.
Sunday, it was kind of weird because they cut out some stuff.
What did they cut out?
Well, you know that part where
Eyeball?
the second quarterback gets knocked out and they're trying to get Jamie Foxx's attention and he's eating the chips. The part of him eating the chips and like, oh my God, what the hell? That's
Yeah.
not in there.
Oh,
It's weird.
interesting.
That's
Maybe
like one of
it's
my
for
favorite
time.
parts is because he's like eating the chips and they're like, hey, you're going in. He's like, wait a minute, what the hell? Oh,
Because I was watching Boogie Nights and it was pretty much everything. I think I didn't make it through. I fell asleep. It's such a long movie.
Well, would they add in the
That's what she
commercial
said.
breaks too?
Yeah.
Makes it longer.
Damn, a 3-hour movie becomes like a 6-hour movie.
It can, yeah. Depending. I mean, if you're watching on basic
No.
cable, yeah.
Oh my god.
No, not at all. I will say I watched the Temptations, that like Lifetime movie.
Oh, nice.
I watched that the other day. Yeah, it's on Tubi. And I'm talking
Nice.
like it was like about 4 hours, 6 hours I invested
Wow.
just watching this. And my folks did too. So
That's great. That's like throwback TV.
All right,
watching.
Troy, you got a new movie for me?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. Okay,
We can make it a
so-
consensus like we did last time. So give us.
Here's
some
what's on
options.
there right now. I'll tell you what's on there right now. Loverboy, Dirty Work, 13 Assassins.
13th
Owl
Warrior.
High.
13th Warrior. It's 13th Warrior.
They're both on there. 13
Oh,
Assassins.
what? Whoa.
How High, Take Shelter, The 13th Warrior, Inner Space.
Okay, so here's 3 movies, and you can choose one. Y'all can choose one. Here's my 3 choices. Absolutely Anything with Simon Pegg.
Okay, that's a good one.
UHF.
Oh, Weird Al.
Nope.
Oh, I got 4. Fuck it.
God.
3 Ninjas.
No.
That gets my vote.
No.
Go ahead.
No.
Or The Pest.
The
The
Pest.
Pest. The Pest. The
John
Pest.
Leguizamo?
John Leguizamo, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
Yeah,
throw
The
that
Pest.
on there.
The
Throw that
Pest.
on there.
Put the
Throw that
Pest on there. That was my first choice. Huh? That's funny.
Lame. Should've
That's a
been
good movie, though.
Twins.
I haven't seen
That
that in a
is,
minute.
it's a good, stupid, like it's
I hope it's as good as
way
I remember.
underrated.
I'm thinking
It's
it
funny
will
as
be.
hell.
You gotta love John Leguizamo's energy, dude. It's fucking insane.
It's goofy as fuck. Like
He's-
I
he's
can't wait
got-
to
he's
talk
got a
about
gas
it because
tank.
it's one of my favorite movies.
All right.
You gotta have
you
some.
guys,
Some comedians have
One of
cardio,
my
and that dude
favorites.
has cardio.
give me screen sharing, Chris. We'll spin this wheel.
Alrighty. Robin Williams had cardio, right? Till the end. Ooh. Who else? That kind of energy. Do you like that kind of energy from your comedian? Do you like high energy?
Hell yeah. Who does?
Yes.
like-
Oh,
Mix.
I like more.
right, here-
speaking of comedians, I was humbled because I watched George Carlin's thing, and I'm
Mhm.
still not a big fan, but I respect the man because he went through a lot.
Good, you lose your face.
Warrior.
Yes. Yeah.
This is one of Chris's picks.
Thank you for the round of applause. It is worthy. It is a badass flick. And I want you guys, when you watch this, I will just say this. Think about a lot of the movies that have come out after this movie come out and think about the influence that this fucking movie
Is this
had.
with Antonio Banderas?
Yes, sir.
Yes. It is a reimagining of the story of Beowulf, which we all read in high school.
Mhm.
I actually wrote another reimagining of Beowulf in high school that was read aloud to the class because it was fucking good.
Nice, bro.
This is good. I love this movie.
Yep. Good shit.
Super
Beowulf is
violent.
dope.
Yeah.
So
I
if you're
like-
watching with
one
a
of my
significant
favorite-
other or children, heads up, there is
you
weird
guys listening to?
stipulation, blood and gore.
Last time it
They
was
can't
they could
have
be.
Oh,
that.
I found a great playlist on Spotify.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah. It's called Southern Gothic.
Ooh. Oh, you know what? That's so funny because I found a weird country branch called Dirt Emo. This is country emo. And I fucking love it. So
Where did you find it?
I like just like him probably. I was literally looking for emo country and I typed that in and I found dirt country or dirt emo. And there's this
On
artist
what platform?
Spotify, and there's this artist called Rustin Kelly, and he has this really cool. It's called Dirt Emo Volume 1, and it's covers of emo songs made country. So they have like "Damn It." His version, Rustin Kelly's version of "Damn It" is really fucking cool. Check that out. It's pretty dope. But what's your playlist again? I want to save it. You said
Southern Gothic.
Southern Gothic.
I'll
gonna
share it
check
with
that
you.
out. Is that like that one band, Civil War, something like that? You know that band?
It's just like
Oh yeah, there
Like
you go.
a-
Southern Gothic. I bet
Yeah.
you Civil War will be on here. Gotta be right. Oh, Nico Case. I really like her a lot. Steve Earle. Like him. a
like
lot.
Ronnie's band.
Willie Watson. I don't know that.
It's like in
Oh,
that
yeah.
that vein.
Cool. Tom Waits. Fuck yeah.
It's not quite country. It's not quite
Chris Christopherson. It's
Rock.
very folky. And I love that kind of stuff. But that's the thing that's funny is I've realized because I've listened to more country being around Ashley, and I don't like the Muzak country. I feel like K-pop, they have how they take AI and they write songs. And I feel like country music has a lot of that going on right now where they take all the popular parts of every song genre and they put it all together and make a country song. And I don't like that. But I do like emo country. And so it's like country music that's folky and emotional, like Josh Childers. I love him a lot. and a couple others that are this like really folky, kind of sad country music. That's just what I'm into. I don't know. I like 90s country too, but I don't like like the rap fucking country music. You know what I mean? Like it's like hip hop country music.
Yeah, I hate that shit too. That shit's whack as fuck.
And she's like, well, I figured you'd be into that though, because you like samples. I do love samples. I love covers. I do love blendings of genre, but I feel the same way about rap rock. There's not a rap rock that I really truly like. And there's not like a country rap that I truly like. I like Bubba Sparks, but that's Southern rap. That's completely different to me, in my opinion.
I like Kid Rock.
I like a lot of the stuff that, we talked about Post Malone. He has a lot of those different influences, and I like that. But I don't want to hear like, I don't know, Jason Aldean rapping or, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he raps, but that's a name that I know. But I did. She gifted me. It's her birthday coming up too. She's crazy, love her to death. But she got me the new Harry Styles album because I've been obsessing about that, like waiting for it to come out. And it came out.
You would, bro.
Yes, it's so good.
You would. You're such a fucking dweeb.
Why am I a dweeb? Because you're afraid to expect
this shit. No.
Because what? Because he was in a boy band once.
You're gonna love my house.
You have
like Justin Timberlake
of a 13-year-old.
Do you not like Justin Timberlake?
You know I love Justin.
Okay.
You know I love Justin.
It's the exact same thing. He was in a boy band. He became his own artist.
And I was a dweeb for loving Justin, and you're a dweeb for loving Harry Styles.
He's a transcendent talent. Like, have you seen any footage or trailers for his new movie coming out?
No, I hear all this shit. He's great. We were just talking about him today. Like, I just seen something today where this girl was crying and he gave her VIP tickets to his show, and she about how to fit, and he's just a great guy. So yeah, I mean, no ill will towards him.
He's okay.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that great.
For real.
As a guy, he can sing.
Yeah, he can very sing. Don't worry, darling.
I'm not gonna bring in
here
how he's done my boy Ted Lasso dirty, but whatever.
Hey man, she did him dirty, right?
How did he? Whoa! What happened there? I didn't hear about that.
His current girlfriend is Jason Sudeikis. Yes.
Yeah, Olivia Wilde. And she put him in her movie. Her movie that is the one I'm talking about.
Weird.
She's the director.
How that all happened around the same time. Yeah.
Don't worry, darling. But this movie looks amazing, dude. It's a psychological thriller about a 1950s housewife whose reality begins to crack, revealing a disturbing truth underneath. Looks nuts. Can't wait to see it.
They're all cool people. I like them all as artists.
Mm-hmm. But you can be too artsy, right?
Nah.
Right? I think that's what we're seeing.
You got to go all in, dude.
Well, like that's what we're seeing out of the, what Troy's favorite thing in the world is the Johnny Depp trial, is that celebrities have their own set of rules, and they're their own, they can
Team Johnny.
Once you start putting them in normal people situations, it starts getting weird because they don't understand.
Any normal person in any of those situations would be screwed, and that stuff happens all the time.
For sure.
The whole thing is a mess. I don't like
celebrity
listening to it.
Oh
no,
yeah.
that whole relationship.
I think celebrity has gotten in a weird place, right? Like, just as the more access we get to everybody, the weirder it gets. Back in the day, we didn't have the type of access. We didn't have social media, right? And so movie stars were kind of not even real. They were their own thing. They've
always been the same issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We just didn't know all about it until they died and a book came out, and then you're like, oh wow, this person is just as jacked up as these celebrities we hear about every day.
We hear about that with Oprah and Ellen a lot.
But guess what, man?
How do you?
Nobody's writing a book about your life, but if they did, they'd be like, oh wow,
No,
That
yeah, but I'm
person
just
made
saying,
some
like,
really questionable
there's a point
decisions.
where you get so famous that you begin to not be able to relate to regular people, right? Like, and that happens.
But you're still a regular person. I mean, you're still a person.
That's what happens to comedians, and that's why they start to struggle once they get a certain level of fame. Is that, and they talk about it in fighting, right? Boxers say that all the time. It's hard to be motivated when you're waking up in silk sheets. It's kind of the same thing.
Dude,
It's like
I think
when
it's
you're
the worst.
so rich and like money, you could throw money at every situation. Yes, you still have problems, but a lot of the problems that we relate to as regular people who don't have a shitload of money, we don't have the same problems, right? So what are they going to talk about to regular ass people? You know what I mean?
I think that's all still emotional.
Mhm.
It's about managing your emotions.
Yeah.
I think
But
everybody
I think
has
Kevin
those.
Hart's struggling through that right now as a comedian, right? Like, I think
Oh yeah, his last stand up was
he
the
did
one
it
he did from
literally in
home.
his house, right? Like,
Well, yeah, but so did Bo Burnham. Look
yeah,
at that
that's
the
true.
difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference. You're right. Good point. But yeah, I find that kind of interesting.
It's like James Acaster says, I put out a special. One of the first specials I put out was when Nanette came out. He goes, so I didn't have to worry about winning any awards. The next time I put out a special, Bo Burnham put out a special that he made from his house. I didn't have to worry about winning any awards or getting invited to any award shows. And that dude is very funny, and his stuff is so good.
That shit was really good.
But all of his stuff is good. I watch him on TikTok. I watch him on YouTube.
Yeah.
He does the British game show, celebrity game show circuit. And but yeah.
He Ashley just went and saw
just-
Tosh Point Oh. He was in town. He was at the Majestic.
That's a wild show. I couldn't imagine that's.
He came out in a mask and said that this is strictly a political statement.
Like a medical mask.
Yes, like like a COVID mask.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. And then like he said a bunch of stuff. She was talking about it, about how happy he was to finally be done with the show, because they basically were gonna pay him. We were like, we're canceling the show, but we're gonna pay you the remainder of your 5-year deal. And he's like, fuck yeah. He's like, you think I do this shit for fun?
I think you could tell at one point.
Yeah.
It was.
She's checked out.
Yeah, but when it was on, it was funny. But
yeah, it just turned into talk soup after a while, right? Basically.
Yeah, which there was no soup. I mean, so it had that void.
Well,
all right.
We talked before they go away, like we talked about some of the TV we watched a little bit. Did you get to watch anything? I know you're busy all weekend, but did you get to watch
I watched
anything?
the George Carlin thing.
Oh, that's right. I watched started to watch it. It looks very interesting. It's 2-parter.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
They
to
do it
see
like
that.
the Gary Shandling one with the notes and the diaries and the recordings.
Oh, really? Wow.
And they just had at some, I don't know, they asked Judd Apatow to do it after they watched the Gary Shandling one. Wow. He said, I didn't know the guy like I knew Gary, so I don't know how this is going to be. And they just gave him a lot of access to, like, you could see George Carlin's handwriting on a ton of stuff. And then it has a little bit of a political vibe at the end, just like he was more or less prophesizing the future at one point. I mean, it's pretty wild. And then I watched George Carlin's last.
I did too, I think.
Special on HBO.
Yeah, it was really good.
I didn't think it was as funny. It was
it was more.
I agree.
Dark.
I didn't think it was
dark.
funny either.
It was dark, but I think
real dark.
You saw a side of him that you never really saw. I didn't know anything about his personal life until that special. Really?
Yeah. Really?
Not really.
Well, I mean,
what a story arc though, right? Because he was one of those guys, and I don't think a lot of people knew that he was one of those guys on the talk show circuit, like in the suit, like real like clean cut comedian, very formulaic style, just like Woody Allen was at, just like, you know what I mean, like
Richard
all these
Pryor.
Guys. Yeah,
There's
Richard Pryor
with
was
Richard
like that.
Pryor and him on the same show.
Yep.
Together, they're the two comedians that are on the show, and they interview them. Yeah, that was just like how it had to be. And then he talks about, he took acid, and that was it.
Yeah. all she
changed
wrote.
his entire perspective on what
Same thing for the Beatles, right?
what was making him happy. Yeah, and somebody does that comparison. Is George Carlin is the Beatles of comedy.
Fuck. Wow.
Where he's like his stuff on. I mean, he's like his stuff before was like, Love Me Do, and then he just drops the Peppers album on. It was very good
because it was the
comparison.
same kind of stuff. Like he still loved wordplay, he still loved those types of things, but it had a different tone to it and a different. Yeah. That's
the documentary is very good.
That's cool.
It's on HBO. It's on HBO Go or what?
Max. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it! I need to borrow a password.
I got you.
Right on. Well, we were waiting on you. Now we're waiting on Troy. When he comes back, we'll get into three of a kind.
Okay.
I gotta pull up my notes real quick.
That's fine.
I feel like I watched something else that I really liked.
We talked a little bit about. We watched the
Rebel Wilson one.
Rebel Wilson one.
Oh yeah, was that good?
It was funny. I loved it actually. She's
90s, right?
She's so funny. Like she really is. I can't wait for her to get even more opportunities to do her shit. She's funny.
She is very funny.
He actually was really good.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that this is like a throwback, right? We don't see a lot of these movies anymore because it's kind of weird, but they found a way to do it and it's not weird. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's weird to have those old people go back to high school stories, but this one, the way they did it, I mean, it's still, there's some elements of weirdness, but I think that's part of the fun.
Yeah. And Saturday Night Live season finale was this past weekend.
It's crazy.
Japanese Breakfast was the musical host, and it was Natoya, what's her name? Went out with Fred Armisen. She was in Orange is the New Black. She's
Natasha
in the Russian.
Lyonne.
Yeah, Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah, Natasha. Yes, her. She did a really good job. She did a monologue with Fred Armisen, what was her ex-lover. Yeah, and Maya Rudolph. The opening showed Kate McKinnon going on a spaceship because she is leaving the show along with A.D. Bryant, Kyle Mooney, and Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
And
that
Pete
was
Davidson,
actually one of the stories, the SNL shakeup. That was that story.
Well, yeah. Yeah, Pete Davidson's leaving gave a heartfelt goodbye, criticized the far right for saying the exact same thing that he did, but they didn't get in trouble. And yeah, it was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. It was a good season finale.
That was good.
Without further ado,
Kate McKinnon too got to do the alien skit one last time. I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah, that's good. That's
one of my favorites.
Stuff.
One of my favorites. And Addie Bryant. Her part in that too is always really funny because like she's trying to not laugh the whole time, and that's hilarious.
He did a weekend update goodbye with Bo and Yang where they did the fashion, what's in and out for the summer.
Hell yeah. She had a great run too. You know,
they all did. They were all on the show for over 8 seasons.
Wow.
So
Kyle Mooney too gets, shout out to
his
Kyle
best
Mooney.
friend Beck left last year. So I love their skits together.
Oh yeah.
All the weird stuff that never made it to air. He had so many video sketches that never made it to air. You know, I think they were brought in kind of to fill in the Lonely Island void. Yeah. And it never just came together. They never made it to air, but their stuff would make it on YouTube the next day. Dude, and he is so funny. He worked for Norm Macdonald.
Did he really?
He was a writer for Norm Macdonald's sports show on Comedy Central.
Whoa.
And then he got the job at SNL. But him and Beck Bennett's sketch stuff was pretty funny too. That's on
one of my favorite
online.
skits with him and Pete Davidson is when he's like stealing Pete Davidson's like identity.
Yes,
that's fucking so great.
And then they have a fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, Pete Davidson did a sketch where Eminem showed up at the very end.
No, really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, but let's get into three of a kind. I know it's getting late. This week's three of a kind is going to be our favorite female athletes. They are a gem, females. They are. And this week's lineup is going to be Jorge, Troy, Chris, and Dean. And the rules is we all get one super like and we all get one diss. The person who has the most likes at the end, minus the disses, will be the winner. And so far, I have been able to come back and kick that ass. The score right now is Dean with 5, Jorge and Troy with 3, Chris with 1. And yeah, that's where we stand. So this week's lineup is going to be myself first, then Troy, Chris, and Dean. So, excuse me. Been talking a lot today. Here we go. My first pick for my top 3 females of all time. Number 1, and you guys know this is coming.
Okay, sorry.
It's an athlete. They have to play it.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be like. Are we saying like? I thought that was just. That's fine. This like happens though. Like your favorite or best ever? Like what do we like?
Okay, well,
how do you know?
Favorite. It's always
Your
favorite.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's your favorite.
That's what 3 of a kind is. Your favorite.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Female athlete category. Here we go. My first one is going to be Serena Williams.
Fuck me, you son of a bitch.
Well,
Super like. God damn it. That was my choice. That's my number 1. Son of a bitch.
It's so obvious. I'm gonna diss it, right? Because it's literally the most obvious.
Okay, you have to. That's like saying, oh, you're stupid because you like Michael Jordan. It's so obvious that you like Michael.
Oh,
Jordan.
a tennis player? Of course.
No, I don't know.
Like,
okay, are you dissing or not?
Yeah, he dissed it.
I did.
Oh,
I did.
my God.
I dissed
I
it.
don't get you sometimes. If anything, don't like you got to diss a stupid one.
I guess. I don't know. Like, I just feel like, we usually have great answers. So I feel like the most obvious is always silly.
Well, you also have to recognize
it's like it goes without saying, right? Like,
yeah,
she's literally the best female athlete of all time. Goes without saying.
Well, I'm sure we all can somehow say something nice about her. Like,
of course.
Like, I think she's like amazing what she's done for the sport of tennis. Yeah. I personally don't, tune in to watch her, but the fact that she's on commercials.
Back, Jorge. I super like
that.
Yeah. Hell yeah. No worries.
Yeah. The fact that she's on commercials and, what she's done for women in general. Like,
100%.
Awesome. I'm glad that you don't feel the same.
No, we do. I so much so that I think it's lame. I agree with you so much that it's lame.
Okay. All right. Okay. Then I guess you're gonna hate my other next 2. All right. Go ahead, Troy.
Oh, I'm sure I will. We're going back to the 90s, y'all.
I'm going with my hometown girl, and I'm going with Natsia Lukin from Plano, Texas.
Who?
Gymnast, right?
Yeah, won the gold medal in the Olympics from Plano, Texas. She actually trained right across the street from where my store was.
What was her name again?
Natsia Lukin.
Oh, okay. I think I remember her.
I hope it's not spelled the way I think it is.
Nastia.
Okay.
Nastia Lukin.
Oh, Nastia is your accent.
Nastia Lukin.
Thank you. It's 2 weeks in a row where you said some questionable things just because your accent.
You're such a prejudiced person, man.
You're the one saying it, bro. I asked for spelling just so I didn't want to Google what I thought you were saying.
Okay, Chris, you're up next.
Okay, I am gonna go with an obvious. I mean, so obvious. Just kidding. There's 2 that I really want to say, and they go hand in hand, in my opinion. But I'm gonna go with Tarazi because I just love her fire. She's still dominating. Well, not dominating, but she's still a very active member of the WNBA since almost the beginning of it. She was a little bit after the beginning of it, but she is the reason why it was able to last through the hard times, and it's thriving now. And then the WNBA is about to take it to another level. It's getting so fucking good.
I have no idea who that is.
You don't know who Diana Taurasi is? Okay, first off, you mentioned this child fucking Olympic gymnast who
who I
mean-
watched in the Olympics.
Who obviously after the Olympics, again, like those people go to obscurity because they're just regular people that
No, she
talk about
goes on a circuit. She goes on a
basketball.
circuit.
she was the commentator
Professional
in the
basketball.
last Winter Olympics, bruh.
They go on tour, dude.
All right. Good pick, Chris.
Diss it,
WNBA.
bro. Diss it.
Well,
I
no,
don't
I'm
want
not.
to diss it.
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
don't
All
know
right.
what she
I think
is.
it's my turn. Ronda
yeah.
Rousey.
Oh,
Oh.
super like.
And I am going to diss it because that's obvious as fuck.
Okay.
How is that obvious?
I'm just super liking it because she
Come
was my
on.
favorite female
Not
fighter
even
for a long
main
time.
sport.
And she started female MMA, really. I mean, like it was around, but she made it a thing and made it
She
last.
changed the course.
Just like Diana
I'm
Taurasi.
not saying she's my wife's favorite athlete. I diss it because no, I think it's just like when
Yeah.
Chris dissed Jorge. I think
Right,
it's
we're-
the same situation.
Lines are being drawn. I get it.
You know, I agree with you so much. It's terrible.
I hate that. People do that to me all the time.
You
They always
did
use my
it.
words.
You
I'm just
you
saying, like, people literally take the words out of my mouth and then use them against me. And I fucking hate that every time.
Oh man. Not if you would just listen to what they're saying, you would know how stupid you sound sometimes.
Yeah,
Okay.
get him, Dean.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So this one had a profound impact on me, and I don't even really follow this sport. I'm gonna go with Christy Yamaguchi because she was just a good old-fashioned American, did ice skating well, and she has ice in her veins. Christy Yamaguchi.
Wish I had more disses, dude. This is the type, you know.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I told
Christy
you.
Yamaguchi-
We talked about it though. We know that I'm not gonna like your list. I know that. You know, it's fine.
Hey, Jorge.
You're not gonna
Yeah,
like my
Jorge.
list though. You're gonna hate my list too.
Hey, I think we can all agree that Chris hates successful women.
Oh, stop! That's not true. In the least.
Okay, well, I'm trying to spark what was the last time you heard the name Christy Yamaguchi?
Not a long time ago, right? The 90s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, okay, tell me why right now, like,
I think I don't know why. I think I just music.
okay, I'm sorry, Tanya Harding.
Other than the
You like Tanya
Cowboys,
Harding?
other than
That's
the
my favorite.
Cowboys, everything in the 90s sucked.
Okay. Well, my new favorite is Tanya Harding, and after that is
I mean, yeah, she's
Well,
just
is
bored,
it
though.
my
Like that's
turn?
what I'm saying. That would have been an even more interesting pick to me because of all the I mean, Christy Yamaguchi, like you said, is just like a boring ass regular American skater.
yeah, but she was also the gold medalist, whereas
Sure.
Tanya Harding was just
That's
Oh,
what
my
makes
God.
her more interesting, right? Is she never
Okay,
won.
I
think
don't
this
like-
is unfair.
okay.
So,
That's
all
the
right.
you're wrestling
go to my
fan. You
thing?
like underdogs who never get to the title, right?
yeah, right. And I want to make my next choice, but he.
All right,
keeps
go ahead,
popping
Troy.
up.
You have the floor.
My next choice is Tanya fucking Harding, bro.
Oh,
Jesus.
I knew it was gonna
It's a
be
bloodbath. It's a
Tanya.
bloodbath.
Hey, Troy, I want to challenge you for the next 5 shows. Don't mention any porn stars.
Tanya is Tanya Harding a porn? Yeah, I guess she is.
She
yeah.
had
Is
her
she?
day. She had her day. She had her day.
Oh,
All right. Is it me?
okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with someone who helped get college athletes paid, female athlete that was at the forefront of it because she's a social media superstar. I'm going with Sedona Prince. She is a center for the Oregon Ducks, also played with the Olympic team. She is, I'm sure if you saw her face, I'm sure you know who she was. She's really, really famous. Cool.
If I had a
ass.
diss, I'd totally diss
I'm
that.
sure you
'cause
would.
Who?
Again, you don't, I mean, the 3 female athletes you're going to name are the 3 female athletes you know. So
That's why this is important. We want to let our viewing
Right.
audience
And Chris
know
will keep picking
that
unsuccessful.
we
female
want we're
athletes.
trying to get
unsuccessful.
the woman.
She
Thank
is,
you.
she's like,
We're
she's
trying to get the woman
uh,
audience, man. You play
she's
to
a
the ladies.
brand.
Okay.
God.
And I'll show you how it's correctly done. When you pick someone from the WNBA, you pick Cheryl Swoops, man.
That's a good one.
And that's my pick.
Texas
Cheryl
Tech.
Swoops.
Texas.
Actually,
oh,
I'm
there
gonna-
we go.
I'm gonna
From my
I'm gonna
mom's
super like
hometown,
that.
Brownfield, Texas.
Oh
Nice.
shit, Dean's gonna win. He's running away with it this year.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, Cheryl Swoops. That is
That's a good one.
she's the quintessential WNBA
I don't agree.
Top 15 players of all time.
Yes, I agree with that.
Won 3 Olympic gold medals.
Mhm.
She's only one of 11 women to have won an Olympic gold medal, an NCAA championship, a FIFA World Cup gold, and the WNBA title.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shell
she's
All right.
sweeps.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I got tennis, I got ice skating, and now I got to go gymnastics. And I'm going with Dominique Mucciano.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dominique Mucciano. She was
Oh,
on the
she's
Olympic
sport.
team.
Yeah, she was one of the
Of
most
what
famous.
sport?
Gymnastics. She was
She
on the
was with-
same team with Carrie Strug and
Yeah,
Dominic
Carrie Strug.
Dawes, and that was the most,
Yeah.
I think, famous gymnastics
Mhm.
team, probably.
Dominant, too.
Yeah.
Very
She
dominant.
looked like she could kick some ass, dude. Like she had this face when it was go time. You knew she was going to hit a 10. Oh. And I had the biggest crush on her back on the day, but whatever.
Mhm, mhm.
I was, we were like the same age. So
No, you don't have to go there. I
an
think that makes it
appropriate
worse.
Age
an
appropriate crush. Yes.
Age appropriate crush.
Okay,
It's fine.
Good for us.
yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Troy, you're up next.
So I'm going with the personal favorite. I don't think anybody has any disses left, so it might get you might not like it, but I'm actually going with Gina Carano.
Mm.
Is she a wrestler?
She's
She's a canceled wrestler. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was gonna pick somebody from WWE, but
I didn't
I'll
know
put-
we could do. I didn't think we could do that because we were
Athlete.
going athlete, and
Those are
we didn't
athletes.
specify. Oh, really? Well, then I would
Yeah.
have changed my
Only
whole fucking list.
specification is they couldn't be kissing.
yeah. No. My only specification was if they were born a man and then became a female, I would allow it.
Oh, well, then I changed Gina Carano to Lita.
There you go.
What,
Lita.
like, based on that specification?
No, not based on that specification. Not at all. He just based on the fact that he can
No,
add
based on-
wrestlers.
I didn't know I could add wrestlers because my damn whole list would have been wrestlers.
Mm.
Well,
You're
my
such a
honorable
redneck,
mention. My
dude.
honorable mention will be a wrestler.
Did you just call me a redneck?
Yes, you
Yes.
dissed Ronda Rousey and then
Thank
threw
you.
up Gina Carano,
Right.
who
Yeah,
ducked her.
well, I mean, Gina Carano did kind of start before Rousey did. She
Yeah.
was, she was
And if
doing
she does a
parts
lot of research on that science stuff, that she's taking the wool off all our eyes. All right. Who's
All right, Chris.
next? Oh, is it me?
Chris.
Okay. I'm gonna go with this is an international superstar, not from here. She is from Brazil and she is the best skater in the world for a female. And her name is Leticia Bufonio. And she is super, super famous and she's inspired. Like, I don't know if you guys ever saw the viral girl who was like a tiny little girl and she did 3-stair jump and she had little fairy wings. Like that would never have happened if it wasn't for this woman. She changed the game. She can do shit that guys can't, that guys can do. And it's almost like in the NBA where we're seeing that next step for the WNBA. The same thing's happening in female skateboarding. It happened already. They already took the next step. And so it's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool.
But are you like doing splits in the air and shit or what?
No, it's just it's harder for them to generate some of the power that some of the guys can get really big and they have the leg power, the hops it takes to do some of the tricks. They figured out a way to, and there's the balance, center of balance is different for skating. It changes everything.
Excellent. All right, Dean.
I'm gonna go with Abby Wambach.
Ooh,
Ooh,
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Goals with diving headers. She holds a record for most
Mhm.
goals scored in a World Cup.
She talked
Yeah,
about
World Cup.
playing football too.
Yeah. Abby Wambach. Cool chick. All righty. Well, Dean's the winner.
Hey.
Congratulations.
I mean,
And congratulations to
Pulling
all
away.
the congratulations to all the women out there that are in athletics, no matter what it be, if it's like cheerleading to ice skating to wrestling.
To wrestling.
Honorable mentions.
Billie
Troy.
Jean King. I'm sorry.
Oh, Billie Jean King. Oh, that's a great. Why didn't you go with
Yep.
that one?
Because she's fucking
It was
70.
so obvious.
No, it's
She's
just like
super successful.
no, it's just like why talk about old people?
Because they're
I mean,
influential.
That shit happened a long time ago. We didn't have the show then. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, I'm gonna go with Trish
man.
Stratus.
You motherfucker! I was just about to say Trish Stratus. God damn it,
Yeah,
Chris!
that's my-
I would have said it first before him, and son of a bitch! God damn it, son
that's a good wrestler. Mia
of a
Hamm.
bitch!
Are we good?
Mia Hamm.
Yeah, Mia Hamm.
Stacy Keebler.
Lindsey
Only
Vaughn.
behind-
I'm gonna go with woman.
You should just start naming wrestlers.
China.
China. Megan Rapinoe.
Hey, China was dope though. Like I feel
Point the
bad for her,
Clown's
man.
girlfriend.
Candace Parker.
Harry Struggs.
Okay.
Okay.
Dara
Okay.
Torres.
Well, that was
Crystal
Martina
Bustos.
Navratilova.
Martina Navratilova.
Yeah.
okay. All right. So,
Mary Lou Retton was my honorable mention.
oh,
Mary
nice.
Lou. Rest in peace. I'm just kidding. She's alive and well.
Dude.
Okay.
That's not funny.
Next week's three of
Oh,
a
and
kind.
Venus Williams, who's always an honorable mention.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
She's number 2 athlete in the world.
So if I would have said Venus Williams, you would have been cool with that.
Yeah, because she's an underdog.
I think he just wanted to diss somebody real bad.
Real bad. I just had a hankering for a diss.
Okay. All right.
That was good.
All righty. Next week's three of a kind will be your favorite, Chris. Favorite.
Not best in
Thank
the world.
you.
Favorite.
Just your favorite. This is one-hit wonders.
Oh,
Ooh, bringing the fire.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Or you might say the Oneaters.
The one hit Oneaters.
Oneaters.
One-hit wonders.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yes. Well, that's the show, everybody. Here's a little OT before we go, though. If anybody's down, I just want to talk about Rescue Rangers Troy because you're wrong. You're so fucking wrong. It was hilarious.
Terrible.
It was
Terrible.
very current.
It had a lot of Easter eggs in it. I mean, Disney definitely did all
best.
showed all their licensing.
Hell yeah.
Get it all in.
Fucking Ugly Sonic was in that shit, dude. Are you kidding me?
What? Of course, Chippendales was an Easter egg
Yeah.
when it first came out.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Because
The
it
whole,
was
it exists as an existence
that
as an
tailspin,
Easter
right?
egg.
That and tailspin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
just
hated
love the
that
joke,
they had
though.
Chippendale in different, like he had the 3D surgery. And
That's
all
the
that,
whole
man.
point, dude. That
Oh,
was the
good
funny.
stuff.
That was the funny part of this movie is
That's a
making
good
fun
bit.
of movies.
Good,
It's
solid bit.
saying like, let's put something original out there. Let's not do another fucking reboot. And then all the fake reboots that they put in there were hilarious. Like Mr. Doubtfire was fucking hilarious. There's a couple other that were just like bonkers.
Who wrote that?
I don't know, but it was. I literally just I loved it, man. I thought it was perfect for what's going on right now in movies. Like it's super smart, dude. I think it's funny. Just the whole concept of what they were doing, like stealing people and then reconfiguring them and putting
there
them
you
out
go.
to do bootleg movies is fucking hilarious.
Directed by Akiva Schaffer from Lonely Island.
Oh,
He's their-
oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Akiva Schaffer, which one is he?
He is
he is the skinny one with the big nose.
glasses. The
and
glasses.
the glasses.
The glasses. Okay, yeah. I'm on a boat, bitch.
That's
Mhm.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Anything else
Screenplay
real
by
quick
Dan
before we
Greger and
we
Deb
laved? Is there anything that you got in that watch that was really cool that you want to mention?
Well, and
before we
it
go?
makes sense. Lonely Island was all over this because Andy Samberg is
Right.
freaking Dale.
Yep.
Oh, it was written by the guy that created Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which I've mentioned before is a very
Yeah.
good show to watch.
Good show. Good show.
But yeah.
Hey, this weekend is Maverick Top Gun or Top Gun Maverick.
That's right. Also,
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers.
Mm.
Bob's Burgers and Top Gun Maverick.
I will not be seeing those this weekend. I will be very, very busy.
What will you be doing this weekend?
He's moving.
Moving.
What? You're moving?
What? You're moving?
Yeah.
Mhm.
To
Where are you moving to?
Idaho.
Yep.
You
what?
lying?
Well, we do the
Yeah.
show online, so it's not gonna really affect us in that
No.
much.
But when did you? Why didn't I never?
We can FaceTime
What?
it. You know?
I did not know that was
Yeah.
happening. Would you get a
I'm,
gig?
I'm moving about half a mile,
Yeah, he's moving to the greatest city in the world, Little Elm, Texas.
which is also where I live now.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
then why did you lie to us, you asshole?
Because it's fun to see your expression when you go,
You're- oh my god, like like he would break it to you that way.
say anything?
I was like, damn, that's
We were
right.
waiting to the party to tell each other this.
So, are you moving like a couple streets over or some shit?
Yep, exactly.
Mhm.
Bigger house or?
Slightly bigger, yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Got one more
damn,
bedroom
dude,
than I
good
have
for
now.
you.
Yeah, man.
Got to fit everybody
Well, that'll
in.
help.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Oh, just so you guys know, I am planning the camping trip.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hell
Wait,
yeah.
when is it though? You said
It'll be in September.
can we do it the month
Perfect.
after, maybe October? Because I'm going to Oregon in September for a week.
Oh man, I guess
It'll
we're
be
going
cooler.
camping in Oregon.
Okay, yeah. Fuck yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, we
Dude,
can,
that would be down with that. Like glam.
I am
Oregon?
not down for that.
Going to
The
Oregon.
camping trip is planned exactly less than 1 hour from my house.
Oh,
Yeah, but I mean,
It
if we wait
is-
till October, it'll be a lot cooler.
that's true.
Yeah, I
That's
need some of you guys to suffer.
true. That's the whole point of
The
this
elements.
excursion is to be a man. We're gonna
So
fight.
you guys want to
We're
do
gonna
2
fight.
nights?
We're gonna rub mud all over us.
1 or
and
2
we're gonna give
nights?
each other brands.
We could do 3. I'd really like to do 72 hours in the woods.
No, you got me for 1, 2 max.
I think
Yeah.
2 is a good day. 2.
I'm wondering if one.
One's
okay, no.
probably 1 makes more sense.
Well,
how about
well-
a day and a night and a day, and then
I'm doing 2 nights.
you're doing
okay.
2
You guys can
nights.
join me for whatever nights you want.
Can we get a
Yeah.
cabin?
No,
I just
There'll be
need a
no
shower.
cabin.
Will there be
No.
a shower?
There's
Oh, no.
showers.
there's a lake.
There's showers.
Oh,
that
walk
would be
out into the
interesting.
lake.
Hell yeah, let's do that.
Just
I haven't seen you guys naked. I've seen Ray naked. I've seen Dean naked before, actually.
everybody's seen me naked.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good
I
point.
just need a place to shower. Okay.
We'll look for one of those gadgets. I'm sure there's something on Amazon you can find.
Okay.
Makeshift
Alright.
makeshift
All right,
shower
all right,
from
all right,
river
You'll be all
water.
right. You'll be all right. It's just the
Yeah.
woods. You're not trying to impress anybody.
No, we're gonna
Okay.
be men.
Oh, it's gonna be us guys, right?
yeah.
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
fight each other. We're gonna rub mud on ourselves, and we're gonna brand
Sword
each
fighting.
We're
not
gonna
fighting
sword
anyone.
fight. Goddamn,
only-
George's taking everything.
I'm fighting fish.
yeah.
I got
gonna-
we'll
I'm
have
gonna-
kayaks.
I'm gonna be a bear.
That's
and
the
I'm
only
gonna
thing that's been.
Are we
get
gonna
skin
go
in the
fishing?
Yeah.
mouth.
We'll give affirmations too.
Yes,
We'll read
yes.
letters to each other.
Okay, so October.
We'll talk about our deepest fears.
Mhm. We'll say it by
October,
fire.
yeah. October.
We'll make
We'll burn
s'mores.
stuff.
You guys can
We
bring
should
some
do
more
it the
stuff.
first week of
We'll kill
October.
something.
We're not killing anything. It's camping.
Well, we're gonna
hunting.
kill fish.
I forgot.
Man,
I'm
kill
killing. Oh
yourself.
no, I'm going pescatarian after this.
Let's
So
eat
that's
them
good. That
some
works.
bitches.
No.
Well, then we'll just cook fish.
Yeah, I don't eat meat anymore.
No.
After this weekend.
Okay.
Hey, I only
My last weekend meat.
I only ate meat for 1 meal today.
Well, what are you gonna cook at the party?
Today.
Well, I'm trying to eat less meat.
Yeah, what are you gonna cook at the party, Bustos?
Hamburgers, hot dogs, some simple stuff. If you want anything else, you can bring it out though. But yeah, it'll be just something like that. We'll have other things
Like a
too.
vegetable. Are you gonna have like
Yeah,
a vegetable
I'm
tray?
gonna do a lotte. There'll be a vegetable tray.
Do we need to bring anything?
I mean, I don't know. I gotta get more
Booze.
information. I'll let you know. I maybe.
Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be plenty of booze. Like, but like
Oh, I
maybe
am bringing all the stuff that was
You're-
left at my house for booze
or-
too.
oh, cool.
And I'll drink.
And then, yeah,
Just like,
tons of it. Bring it over.
well, not
Is there
tons.
vodka?
There's like a case of
seltzers or something.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Bring that, and then like any like folding chairs or something. I'm sure we'll have plenty of seating. But I don't know how many people actually show. So,
But should we bring any food or anything?
I mean, if you want to, there's gonna be food. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want anything special to be thrown on the grill, bring that. But
Okay,
other
I'm gonna
than
bring my
that, hot
karaoke.
dogs. Oh yes, please.
I got-
Can we do that maybe Saturday night so we can test everything? just so we can.
Well, I can get there early, bro. It's gonna work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Get there early then, because we're gonna have everybody showing up at 3, so you can come in before that.
I'm just gonna drop in. I think probably.
Okay.
Whenever we have time.
I get you, man. I know you're moving. No worries.
It's a giant disaster of scheduling.
I know,
but
but it's all right.
insane.
We'll spend some time together, whether it's this weekend or the weekend after for the race thing. Well, I'm sure we'll see each other.
All right. Hey, did the Mounts play tonight?
No, they played last night and got destroyed.
I watched that. I just forgot about it. I blacked it out.
Yeah, Luka got dunked on, nuts in the face and everything.
Well, he's done it. You know, he's not worried about it.
Yeah, no, he's a good guy. Sure. All right, boys. Love you. Episode 93.
All right, you have a good one.
Thanks for all your listeners. Give us a call.
Vaya con Dios.
Vas con Dios.
Con de Dios.